syndrome.
Okay. Noting the time in the presence of a quorum, I call the Acton
What?
Let me try again. Noting the time in the presence of a quorum, I call the Boxborough Finance Committee to order. Could you imagine? Today is March 26, 2024, at 7 p.m. We are coming to you from the Grange Room and hybrid. And at the moment, we're all present, so I don't need to do a roll call vote. First order of business is minutes. Did everyone see the minutes? Does anyone have comments on the minutes? And do I need to put them up?
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. Very nice job.
As always. Okay, if there's no discussion, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay, good. All right. All right, so we have a few things that we need to get done tonight all around town meeting because we need to button this up this evening. So we have to go to the budget, but I need Mike up here to confirm a few things. We can start with a couple, so hold on. We can start with, let's see, the school budget. Because we do have the assessment. Gary, do you want to talk to that? To the vote?
I'll just indicate that the school committee did approve the budget budget A of $15,960,274, made up of two components. Capital assessment of $1,080,560, and the operating assessment is $14,879,714.
Okay.
And that was voted at the last school committee meeting on last week.
Okay. Should we talk about the other things during reports?
Yeah.
Okay. A few things to talk about during reports. Okay. Are there any questions or discussions on this assessment? Now that we have the final assessment, we've already voted this number because it has not changed, so we don't need to do a revote on it.
Yeah, Gary, how close was the vote?
I was
Oh, it
unanimous.
was unanimous.
Was unanimous.
Now, remember, for this kind of vote, it has to be weighted.
Yep.
So the Acton folks get two-thirds?
They
Two
get
times or
2.1, usually, they get 2.1 votes, and the Boxborough people get one vote. Maybe it's 2.3, I don't know. It used to, when I was on, it was like 2.3, but I think as our percentage has gone up,
I want to say
it's supposed to
4
get
to 1.
recalculated every 10 years, I think, or something.
But bottom line, it was unanimous, so it didn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Boxborough really doesn't have a voice.
No, but I was just wondering, did anyone object to it? And no one
No.
objected to it. Okay.
Oh, no. They
That would
didn't
have been
object.
nice, but no.
They're right on board.
The only objections would have been to raise it more. So,
Gary's not kidding. The school committee
What?
is, if they could have gone back to level service, completely level service, they would have done a $16 million increase. The school committee is a bit tone deaf to affordability for everybody. I mean, rather than just saying this is better than it could have been, and let's hope the override doesn't fail so that we don't have to decimate our schools, they would have gone back up if they could have.
Wow.
They wanted to, so.
Well, I did, I don't
and to be honest, it was only some members of the school committee, it wasn't all. So there was, there was like one or two that said they wanted to go to full level service.
Yep.
Only, cover the full $9.5 million. But we settled on $6.5 million coverage.
Yep.
And cut about $3 million out of the budget.
Well, on an editorial note, I was in Acton over the past week, and they have signs, and I've got a picture of one. The one I saw was in Dunkin' Donuts, and I've seen it in other retail locations in Acton, and I think they're getting nervous because the sign basically says, "Have you heard? Acton needs your yes vote. What happens if the override fails?" They give listen. What happens without an override? Please vote. Please vote. So they have signs plastered all over town now.
Well, they are. So, all right, so that's done. Mike, I hate to rush you, but can we just talk about the insurance on Steel Farm so I can get that voted?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Then you can leave. No, just kidding.
So I don't have anything, well, let me just,
Yeah. Let's just
Okay.
talk about
I don't
where
have
we're going with
anything new to
this.
add, no new numbers, but what I would suggest is go ahead and vote it as it is. And if the comprehensive comes in higher than what we have budgeted, I'm going to go back to the Steel Farm Committee and ask them if they want the comprehensive, can they pull some money from the from the revolving account. I think that's the only way to really do it, because we just haven't been able to get quotes from insurance yet. Nobody wants to insure it. You know,
So Mike, that's just the comprehensive, we're not talking about liability at all?
We don't have numbers for either.
Oh,
So we have last year's numbers
Right.
for the insurance in here. We
Right.
don't have new numbers for liability and
But
comprehensive.
last year's was comprehensive.
yeah.
I'm thinking that for liability, we're probably gonna come in with the number that we have budgeted, whereas the comprehensive might be over the budget. If it's not, great, but
So last year, we didn't have liability.
We did,
No.
We did have liability and comprehensive
And
last year.
comprehensive.
And this year, you're making the suggestion
That we vote the budget as it is.
for both?
Well.
For the
just-
number, whatever the number.
Just the number that's in the
Okay,
budget
okay,
now.
okay, just the number.
And then I'll make sure we don't go over that budget.
Okay, and so if we can get, if we can get both out of that number, then we would go with both.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Unless,
What-
of course,
what's the-
unless, of course, they decided, like, why do we need comprehensive? Because as somebody made the
That's what-
point,
yeah.
if it burns down,
Yeah,
you're not gonna be able to replace
Yeah.
250-year-old floorboards.
I know, exactly.
that's why we,
And that's
Yeah.
my,
The question for-
and that's my thinking.
so my question is the problem getting comprehensive cover or liability cover, or both?
Both.
So we can't even get liability in, potentially?
Well, not yet. I
Okay.
mean, last year, we had a real tough time getting someone to cover the fuel tanks.
Yeah.
But we did get somebody to cover.
Right,
It just took a while. We had more heads up on it also,
yeah,
you know, well ahead of the budget season.
yeah.
So,
Okay,
and
so
it ended up just costing a lot
We're just
more
gonna
money.
vote the number.
Yeah.
I would just vote that number, and I'll make sure I stay within that budget.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. So, Gary, can you tell me if we've already voted?
Insurance?
912, 913, 920, town insurance?
Nine, other insurance, yes, we voted on March 5th.
Okay, and the
For
amount.
244, 125.
Okay, great, so we don't have to vote that either. Great, so then the last, nothing else has changed, right, Mike? From the last budget that you sent me on the 19th,
That's correct.
no numbers have changed?
No.
Okay,
Maria, I have one question about, on the DPW, as far as that small little number, what we're gonna put,
The
we're gonna note.
TNC,
Yeah, the TNC, we'll put that up at
that's
town meeting?
that's warrant, that's not
that's
the
warrant,
budget.
Yeah,
and
I'm
we'll
sorry.
deal with it at town meeting.
Okay. we'll
Yeah, because we still don't have that, right, the TNC?
Correct.
Yeah,
We
so
don't.
we'll just add it,
At town meeting.
yeah. And we took that vote to be whatever that number is, so. All right, so I need to find reserves, and we do need
Like
to vote.
152.
Kind of crazy, Becky, that you know all of that.
Well, see, I was wrong, though.
No, you were wrong.
So aren't 132. That was
130.
close.
Okay. So the reserves are coming up as 168,000. Is that right, from your calculations on your models and stuff?
Don't think my model calculates that. It should be 0.6%, right? Of,
It was 168 last time I looked at it. I don't think
And
it
that's
was
the-
changed, and Tony and I were in agreement from our two different
Yeah.
perspectives.
I mean, it's like based
Yeah,
on a
but that,
formula, right?
that's not based on a formula in here, that's just a number
It's
that's
just a
put
number,
in
yeah.
there.
So,
So can we just double check that
well, we
formula?
can figure that out, can't we? Yeah.
And it's .06 times the total budget minus the reserve,
No. Just this calculation is .06 of the town's operating budget.
which includes the reserve.
Yeah,
So it's going to change a little bit.
168,000.
so 168,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's right. So can I have a motion for the reserve fund?
I move to vote budget 132, reserve fund, total other 168,000, total reserve fund 168,000.
I second on both.
Okay, is there any discussion on this? No, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 That's unanimous. Okay, so now I need a total vote on this budget, and yay. Cannot tell you how happy I am about this.
I'm happy with you.
So, based on the budget I received from Mike on 319 and Tony's financial model, we have a total budget of $27,925,170, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, I just want to add that that's a 9.6% increase.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on the budget items? No? Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, So budget has been approved. Oh, you have no idea, Kirby. Thanks for the applause. Okay, so cross that off my list. That's done. The school thing is done. All right, so now we're on to articles. 7. Okay. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we voted all the articles last time. Correct? If you guys can double check me on that. I mean, I think we voted all the articles last time. This was not in order last time, so it made it a little bit different, but a little more difficult, but I think.
Does everything have a recommendation on it? Do we know?
Everything either has a recommendation or has, for the reasons stated above,
Okay,
recommendation.
that's fine.
So the TNC, which I just passed,
Yeah.
we don't have that number. I'm just gonna scroll through real quick.
When do we get that number?
So normally we get it earlier in the
Yeah.
process, but Kelly says she doesn't have it yet. So we usually have it before we print the warrant. So
Which Kelly?
Kelly,
Pompeo.
accountant
Okay.
Kelly, says we don't have it yet. So that usually comes from the state.
Yeah.
So we'll have it hopefully before town meeting,
Well, yeah, it definitely was part of the presentation last time.
the TNC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's short money.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
usually, it's a few $100.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
That's the Lyft Uber,
yeah.
right? Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, the Lyft Uber, yes, exactly. So I went through this quickly this afternoon. I didn't, Article 5, okay, we gotta add our
Vote.
vote to that.
600.
6. Okay, and then we'll have, there's no recommendation because we do that under our reports.
So you send this version to Kelly then?
This version that I'm showing right now, I'm
Yeah.
gonna send to Kelly.
Yeah, okay.
You want to put
Because-
in the dollar amount on Article 5 then?
Yeah, we can do that. Good call. I don't have it up.
27,
Okay. 27,
925,
925,
170.
170.
And
Okay.
down below, second line,
Yep.
Seven.
925, 170.
Okay. Great, thank you.
So go back for a second.
Yeah,
So this says, this is not total operating budget, but some of this is in STM, right?
yeah.
And we say this is as of July 1. I've never noticed that before. Do we care?
Okay, hold on. Some of it's an STM, but that's not,
There's no raise and appropriate in this
yes, there
special.
is.
What are we
Not
raising?
the operating budget.
Is there in
But this is the
STM?
The warrant articles.
Everything was
aren't in
warrant articles, nothing operating?
Warrant articles on it, but this doesn't include warrant articles because
Yeah.
they're separate.
Good point.
Yeah.
Fine, thank you.
And if they're in STM, then it, just by the fact that they're in there, it's available.
Right. I was just looking at the language
Yeah.
saying, you're beginning July 1,
Okay,
but you're right, there's no operating for this year.
right.
Did the select board pull their entire recommendation? I know they're gonna do the letter.
They're gonna put a recommendation in there, but they were just gonna separate which part was gonna go in this recommendation, which was gonna be the letter at the beginning.
All right.
And they were working on that last night.
Okay. Well, I, for one, was not there last night, but I'm glad they pulled that recommendation.
Yeah.
It was long, it was wordy, and there was a lot of stuff in there that I didn't think was appropriate for Article 5. So as I go through this, I think we voted all of these things, and we just need to go down to the articles for the, we gotta find it, professional services.
It's Article 41,
Look at this.
which is page 74.
I'm not on the PDF, I'm on the Word. So,
Just your
It should show the page number on the
oh,
bottom
yeah, I
there,
see it
though.
right there in the corner.
Yep.
Additional articles, that's where it is. Article 41, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so This is for the professional services for the fire station. And I'm gonna let Mike talk to this because it's changed slightly, and I want to make sure that you guys are okay with it, we don't need to revote, and then Gary sent a new recommendation, which I've already put in here, so we can compare the two, and we can figure out the
Because there was
recommendation.
something near the end that we modified.
Right, so
I didn't
we'll
have
look at the recommendation after Mike talks to this.
So I want to share with you what I shared with the select board last night, is that last week I asked for the members that were voted to represent each of the three groups, the Housing Trust, Housing Board, and the Select Board, to meet with me, to advise me on how to move forward with the Stowe Road land. So I met with them last Thursday evening, asked them if they were ready to agree on a price or discuss it, or how did they want to proceed in that process. And so Becky was there representing the Housing Trust. Kristen and Priya were there representing the Select Board, and there were three others there as well, and myself, so 7 altogether. And the three groups did agree, and we knew that the Housing Board had already voted to transfer the land to the town for $1.2 million. The Housing Trust then took a vote. They agreed to the $1.2 million, so then it was up to the last group to see if they were in agreement, which they were, so everyone agreed $1.2 million. The Housing Trust and the Housing Board expressed, especially the Housing Board, expressed that they felt that they could do more for affordable housing with the money than they could with the land, and that was evidenced through 10 to 12 years of trying to get this done. And so they were interested in the money so that they have other ways that they can provide, more and better and more quickly available affordable housing. So that was their interest. With that, the emphasis was taken somewhat away from that Stowe Road land only for a fire station, and to put the focus on, let's get the money to the housing so they can focus on their thing. With that, I recommended to the Select Board yesterday that they consider taking off the land purchase for right now, because I think it's just coming up too fast. That's probably better for a fall town meeting acquisition from housing to the town for municipal purposes. And that municipal purpose may well be the fire station. In fact, I think that probably is the best location for it. But I've also met with the architect and asked, could they look a little more closely at a couple other things, particularly at the land that the fire station now occupies. In my eyes, and I'll try not to go too long on this, but in my eyes, everyone I've spoken to and everyone I've asked has said they want to see the police station stay where it is across from the school. And with that, leaving that there and needing a larger footprint for the fire station and knowing there's a 100-foot buffer zone there, to put a larger, it just doesn't fit. But I've asked our architects, please go through that exercise, because I think that's important to, and even if we got to do, a map overlay or, to demonstrate to people, this is why this won't, or it does, and then we have that answer. I don't think it will, but we'll see. So anyways, so I think it's probably appropriate that we don't talk about building this fire station just on Stowe Road, even though it very well may end up there. I think we want to go through the necessary steps to make sure that we've done our due diligence to get there. In addition to that, I have, in this article from when you saw it last week, I've added some bullet points, not many, but just in conferring with our architect, so that this is appropriate to what we're going to be doing through the life cycle of the design and construction of this building. And that's kind of where we are. Questions for me?
Can I just ask you, Mike, because last night I heard somebody asking, I think it was Dave, like this OPM is for the whole, like from start to finish, right?
That's correct,
that
and
in
that
here
language was added in there.
Okay, I haven't really read that. Okay. I just wanna make sure.
Yeah, and the language
It's
was
right there.
inserted.
Last line, design OPM scope work and deliverables within this article are expected to include the following for the duration of the project.
Okay.
So Mike, let's go down that road for a second. So let's assume that this 500,000 is approved, and with your suggestion that the actual purchase of the land could go to a fall town meeting. Could the OPM do a presentation? Would it be appropriate for the OPM to do a presentation at the fall town meeting about why it makes sense to proceed with the Stowe Road?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, and that's part of what we have in here is that we're hiring these folks, our design professionals, the architects, and an OPM to help us go to meetings, hearings, informational sessions, and to come to a town meeting with us and present from a professional standpoint on why this design, why this site, why this cost, et cetera, et cetera.
Good.
Absolutely, that's part of what we're paying them for, is to narrow down what it's actually gonna cost, what we need, and you know, take in case anybody's thinking this is a want or a wish, no, we gotta get to what we need and what the cost of that
Well,
need
that was
is.
kind of, right, and that's kind of what I want to make sure that the OPM has enough time from when we hire the OPM to the special town meeting. You know, he can't say, oh, you didn't give me enough time to do a presentation. It's like, no, we're hiring you to do a presentation of
Right.
why we're going forward with this.
Right,
Okay.
and the other thing along with that, you know, the presentation and the information is, you know, right now, any number we put out there is gonna be so padded and cushioned because of, you know, for, you know, just because we don't know, there's too many
Budget number.
uncertainties.
You're talking about like construction number.
Yes,
Okay.
the whole construction number. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah, I
say
want to be
this.
clear about that.
Yeah, the whole construction.
We're not padding this article.
Because any number that I would even dare throw out there could be plus or minus 5 million, because we just don't know, because it depends on the design, it depends on the facade, it depends on what the connections are, all that sort of thing. But that's between now and fall town meeting, we want to get down to, yeah, this is the real number, including a contingency, to build this thing soup to nuts.
So what's included here? Because there's things here like testing soils, geotechnical testing, stuff like that, which I presume will be done by some specialist contractor. So does the 500,000 include that, or would that be an additional bill that comes to us for that part of it?
There may be some that has to be contracted outside of this, but as far as the preliminary work and deciding what needs to be done to get to a design, that would be included in here.
So that's not really accurate then. What you're saying is they're going to oversee that testing. They're not going to do that testing.
I don't know, there may be some parts of that actually are included in that, and then there may be
Yeah,
some that need to be, I understand where you're going for it. We're not close enough to know exactly, is everything in here totally included? I tried to give an all-encompassing, this is really what we're paying for. I understand what you're asking.
Yeah, sure. But you want to come back in 6 months' time and say, okay, here's an additional bill for the soil testing, here's another bill for the geotechnical testing, here's another bill for the...
Be careful.
Wait.
There is going to be bills for that,
Well,
because the
it's-
OPM can't do that work.
It's not clear.
That's what-
This is not clear from this writing then, because this is saying they do it basically.
This is saying we're going to hire OPM and cover some of the other
But
land.
that's, good- but that, I guess
That's why
that's
we have-
Tony's question, is, does the 500,000 cover the geotesting?
It's supposed to cover the work that's required to get us to
Town meeting,
to the full vote of the full cost.
right. And I think that's what happened with the school when we did that, right? Because we had money to hire the OPM, it was like $1.2 million. And I think all the testing and everything to get us to the point where there was drawings and there was a budget estimate.
But I am not, I'm not sure that the 500,000 will cover the OPM through the entire build of the process.
Well, I hope so, because I think that's what I heard the select board say last night, is they're counting on doing
So
it.
we're talking 500,000, of which there's land to work, but the OPM's there for the next 2 years of this process.
That's a different question to what I'm asking though. I'm asking the question about what's included in what they do.
What the OPM does.
Yeah, it says here the OPM will test soils for percolation and water.
OPM will not do that. OPM will work to bring a company in to do that work.
That's what it says here.
Right, no.
Well, then, I'm sorry, it's not right.
The funding allows for the hiring of an OPM and continued design work to bring forward plans for actual construction. So it's the "and" part up at the top. It's not, you're gonna hire the OPM and you're gonna do continued design work to
You
bring
also-
forward plans.
Also read the last statement, last sentence of that paragraph. If I were to interpret that statement, it would say that it includes all of the items listed below.
Yeah, okay, but that's just not realistic. You're not gonna find an OPM that
It
can
may
do
be realistic, but it may
geotesting.
be realistic, but it's what it says.
See, I take it, as I read this, I take that he's overseeing that.
Yeah, that's what I take it as
Because
too.
he's overseeing that. The OPM isn't testing the soil, but the OPM is gonna get us a company, a geo-testing company to come in and test the soils.
So do we have to change the language?
I can clarify that language to make it more specific.
I mean, the
like
question is,
that.
how much does that cost? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
So the two, yeah, and that's my fault, because I've put together this language
Right.
with some bullet points from the architect, but that's, I will get that a little more accurate. But really, what we're doing here is two things. Professional services is the design work, and the OPM is your management of budget and management of design.
No, I think we're
And
all.
when you say,
Right.
I'm sorry, when you say design work, that includes including the testing and all of that within that.
That's what I want to verify for you. I don't want to give you an answer that's not accurate.
Because you can't design a building unless we test the soil.
Well,
And
we've
that-
done a lot of soil testing.
And we've already done a lot of that,
Yep.
so.
I like to think we're about 80% there.
Yeah.
Right.
And some of the soil testing at Stowe Road is going to be happening between now and annual town meeting. That's stuff that's not included in this. So some work is going to be done between now and then.
Now, to be honest, that's if we go with Stowe. If we go switch to a different site, we probably have to start all over again,
Correct, right,
right?
right.
So this is, I believe this is based upon the fact that the BBC, the building committee, has approved Stowe Road as the
Right.
site. If unfortunately we go to a different site, start over
Right,
again.
so I think realistically, having been on those committees on and off for, almost 10 years, right? We've looked at every site. So the only site left to maybe go back and take a look at, and I like the idea of an overlay map, because people don't understand why we can't use the original fire station site, to the point where people are like digging in on that. There are people who are like, there's no reason we can't rebuild there, even though, what?
There is valid reasons why we can't build
Totally
there.
valid reasons.
Line 'em
People-
up.
I know. And there's people who have read the engineering report and they're like, there's no reason we can't build here. I don't get it.
Yeah,
But
and
whatever.
and I've read the HKT report from end to end.
Yeah.
Twice.
Right.
And to me, it's evident, but what I asked the architect yesterday, Jason and I had a Zoom meeting with him, and I said, can you do an overlay? Okay, here's the site with, police department's taking up this, your 100-foot buffer zone is taking up this is what you're left with. Now give us multiple shapes of what is required to do, not a wish list sort of thing, but what do we need for a footprint?
What
And
the absolute minimum.
Can it fit in what's left within the dotted line
That's
of the
it,
buffer
right.
zone? And if it doesn't fit,
That's it.
I think we can visually eliminate that. And I think a lot of people, I think that would be comforting to know, okay, we have done our due diligence, we've looked at it, and it doesn't work. Or maybe I'll be surprised and it does fit. I don't think so. Everywhere I've looked at it, it doesn't work. Especially when you think about someday, the town, at least anybody I've heard from, has said, we want the police department to stay across from the school. Someday, the police department, the building is probably going to have to have an expansion, somewhere.
Right, and then, and it just being the non-architect, non-engineer, the only way the fire department could build on the existing is encroach on the police department to go up that way.
Exactly.
And so that just supports exactly what you just said, it just kills that
Exactly.
whole idea.
The two buildings on that one site, they're mutually exclusive.
Right, exactly.
We also, when we looked at that, we had to knock down the police department first
Right.
and move everything. So then all of a sudden, we were in a public safety building, which a lot of us thought was a good idea at the time, but then everybody else thought it was too much, we don't need a public safety building. So we can't do everything. Like, we can't satisfy everybody, but if this at least gets people to understand why we can't build on that existing site,
Right.
that would be, I think, huge. I mean, I think that in and of itself is enough.
And
So,
there's another complicating factor with the existing site, and that is, we know it's $1.2 million to purchase Stowe Road. And estimates I've heard are around $1 million to relocate the fire
That was a
department. to
5-year
another
ago
location.
number.
that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, so at least $1 million
Yeah.
to relocate.
Plus
But there's
5%
something-
Demolition.
But there's something even more complicating than that. Those vehicles are medical supplies, okay, the ambulances, And any of those trucks that carry water, in fact, all of them, they need to be heated. So you can't put them in a tent,
Right.
and you can't put them in an unheated steel building, which probably means you're gonna be vetting out the apparatus to other towns if they've got a spare bay. And what's that do to your response times if you gotta go to another town and get your engine or get your ambulance? So I think it's just, it gets really complicated and, to me, undoable, but I wanna visually, let's get that narrative to people.
So there's been a couple changes to this. We voted this last week unanimously to support this. I don't know that we have to revote it unless someone's going to change their vote. I'm not changing my vote, because here's the thing, we've been doing this for 10 years, and I think this is the only way we're going to get to a point where the town can look at, because every time we go in front of the town, they're like, well, how much is it going to cost us? And we don't have that information because we can't get to this point.
Right, but the wording has changed, and I think the wording is not accurate.
Yeah, this is a big ticket item, we need to make
Yeah.
sure it's
Okay,
precise.
so do we want to revote this? What do you want to do here?
I think
Tell
we
me.
need to- I think if there are items here that are not included in the costs, we should call them out. For example, testing soils, I think that will probably be an additional cost.
What if we say, the oversight of testing soils?
Sure, I'm fine with that, but yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
So then change some of the wording
yeah, I mean,
in this, where it says, these funds allow for the hiring of an owner's project manager and continued design work to bring forward plans. Let's see, the
So if
design
it's-
and OPM
yeah.
scope of work and deliverables within this article. So somewhere in there, we need to put,
well, I think we need to live line by line, because I think, for example, where you've got, like this 8th bullet point, design computer security, no, so, yeah, below that, it says oversee the design and procurement of furniture, fixtures and equipment. That makes sense to me, oversee the design.
Right.
That's what.
so
I
maybe
think-
insert
I
that
I
word.
think they do that. I think they oversee it. That they're not necessarily going to sit there and design the furniture, fixtures and whatever. They're going to oversee it, I think.
Right.
So I think for most of those, they're going to oversee that or coordinate it or whatever. But I think they're going to hire some specialists to do the environmental impact study.
So under, at the top paragraph there, if Mike inserted something like the OPM will oversee and, what was the other word you just used? Coordinate
Coordinate,
Coordinate,
yeah.
the following, and then list the things. That would be okay,
That would be
right?
fine.
That's all
Yeah,
you
that'd
need
be
is one
fine, yeah.
sentence
That'd be fine. Yeah.
at the top
yeah.
paragraph.
I just don't want to oversell this. I mean, if
That makes
people,
sense.
people are
Makes
voting on
sense.
this,
Yep.
and they come back in a year's time and say, well, why have we got another bill for environmental impact study? Because I thought it was included in this thing.
Right.
But it's not. It's just, we're just overseeing it.
Okay, so if we add that sentence, the OPM will oversee and coordinate.
The following.
following.
Yeah.
The following.
Yeah, yeah.
And then with a colon, and then you can keep the whole list.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're going to go back to them and ask that these all be included though, correct?
I'm going to do exactly what was just suggested, because I think that's the right way to do it. They're going to be doing coordination of these things, but to Tony's point, not necessarily carrying out the task on a few of these. So I'll change that to be oversee and coordinate, and then I'll move those ones that we identify right now under that one sentence, so that those are, specific to that.
We're going to need to know, though, aren't we, at some point, what extra bills we're going to get.
Right.
Because we don't want to get, again, I would approve this, but we don't want him to say, oh, I just oversaw it at the end of this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, fair points you're raising. And what these professional services are for, the OPM is to manage and coordinate, for the architect to design and oversee design, feasibility, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll lay that out, so it's clear,
great.
so it's more clear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we don't need a new vote on this?
Well, we're changing the wording, aren't
We are changing the wording on, well, I mean, we can take a new vote on the
we?
article
I don't
itself.
know. What's
The wording we're
what's the
changing.
process?
We're changing the wording in the Mike's
Just
changing
in-
the wording in the summary.
Yeah.
Because we don't own the warrant.
Yeah,
The
we don't
select
own
board
the
owns
summary.
warrant.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
But,
No, we don't need a new vote. That's not the new vote. I'm not changing my mind on it.
Okay.
I'm just.
so we don't need to take a new vote on this, but there's a new recommendation. So the one that's highlighted is the one that was in there. This bottom one right here, the Boxborough Building Committee is moving forward. is the one that I got from Gary today, and he changed it based on the conversation with Mike. So I'd like to get agreement to use that instead, if you guys, or change the wording, however we want to do that.
So this is a new wording for the FinCom
For
recommendation.
the FinCom recommendation, yes.
Okay, so you pointed out the Stowe Road in this already.
No, the yellow part's
The
going away.
yellow's the previous one,
Under it.
it's the one underneath it. The Boxborough Building Committee is moving forward.
'Cause I
Oh,
started-
I'm sorry, you know what, I didn't realize both sentences started with the same thing. So it's this right here,
Sorry.
The non-yellow.
the non-yellow, yeah, sorry.
Good to me.
I'm fine with it.
That's fine.
You fine with it? Okay. So we will replace,
Except the last sentence, in the yellow, it is a municipal best practice. I didn't put that back in. I wonder if we should.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so
I just couldn't remember the language we used.
Yeah.
steal this last line. And put it here. And yes, I will fix it in the morning.
Thank you.
And then I will get rid of, Jesus, why is this pen here?
It's expecting you to select that paragraph.
Yeah, okay, I'm not doing that. It needs to go away. I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay. And I'll fix that. All tomorrow, so it looks pretty. Okay, so that's done. So we're done with the warrant. Thank God. The only thing left on this is that I need to go back to Article 5. I need to take the summary from the expense, and I need to add it into Article 5. Under Article 5, was there anything, like in the past, on the budget, some of the line items, we've like made notes?
Yeah.
Was there anything that we talked about that we need to add notes to? Because I don't think there is.
I thought there was.
What sort of things do we make notes of typically then?
So.
Well, we need to make a note about the TNC.
Nope, that's
TLC.
in
The
the
budget, we're
warrant. I'm
talking
talking about the
budget.
budget. I'm talking about when I take, all right, I'm gonna stop sharing this
I
first.
thought we talked about the budget and the warrants. What are you talking
When
about?
I
Sorry.
take this summary page
Yeah,
and I turn it into a PDF, and it's multiple pages of the budget, right?
yeah.
On each page, so let's say, Tony, you asked a question, what would we do that on? Let's say we took and consolidated budget, just for the sake of argument, budget 192 and 196 into a new budget that said 197. We would asterisk 197 and say this previously was.
Okay.
If we,
What we used to do is anything that had a major percentage change or redesign, we would make notes.
Well, we're going to talk to the school committee, the school
so we're,
department's
so,
huge change in our
so when we do
presentation.
Article 5, I want to do a slide on the school. I want to do a slide on the changes on the town budget and the
Yeah,
savings.
but remember, people reading this 2
I
weeks
understand.
before.
I understand.
So there should be a description about why the school, in here, a note about why the school budget is up $2 million.
Because the school committee can't say no?
That's a little short.
How am I going to do that? This is like, there's multiple reasons it's up $2 million. I think people need to hear that.
They do need to hear it on town meeting floor, but they need to be able to see in advance that it's not a mistake. The school
No,
committee
you're
approved.
asking about structural changes. You're asking about where some budgets have been combined or things have been moved from one
So
budget to
it's
another
that
budget.
kind of stuff, or if there's,
There's
so
nothing, is there, for
like
this year?
dispatch is going to come down pretty significantly, right? So dispatch comes down to 0.
We moved to a regional dispatch, is all the comment you want to say.
Wait, how is dispatch 0?
Well,
It shouldn't, it's 60-something thousand or, right, it's to cover the person that's there.
Yeah, and maybe
But
some
it's gone from
radio.
200 to
Yeah,
hold
1,000.
on, hold on, because that's
I would start at the
problem.
beginning, let's just work through it.
Hold on, because you know
Personally.
what? The problem with that is, if dispatch has this number and it's not pulling properly,
The budget's wrong.
holy shit, the budget's wrong. Ooh,
What
I
is
just said that
dispatch?
on TV, I'm sorry, I apologize. So dispatch is 215. So tired of this.
Okay.
It's not pulling that 71,000.
So in the summary, it's not there.
In the summary, it's not there.
Go back to the summary and see what it's pointing at.
It's not pulling anything,
I
it's
know, I
zero.
want to see what the summary is saying.
Yeah, what the link is.
The summary's saying zero.
No, I know that. What is it pointing at? Is it a hard zero or is it
Oh,
pointing to
I
the
see
wrong?
what you're saying. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, what is
Click
it?
on
Wait.
C 215.
C 215.
That one's dispatch
They're pulling from
13. Go to the next one down
C14.
and
Dispatch 215.
what's the
Well, that
total
should,
dispatch
that,
number?
that should be a sum, I hope. Yeah, that's just a sum.
Okay, so we have to find out why
C13.
215 dispatch, is C13 the right place to pull
Yeah,
from?
now, Maria, go back to where you were before, please. C13. No, it's the wrong one. It is,
What's in yellow?
C10.
And C 21.
it should be up 10 and 21.
Dispatch.
Yep, it should be 10 and 21, not 13.
And it doesn't have you're not even seeing the huge savings, right? Like, you're not seeing that in the summary either, because last year's numbers aren't in the summary.
It takes it from C14, yeah, that's right. It's the wrong cell.
Yeah, it's got to be 10.
So
And
FY
21.
It should
24.
be C26.
You're saying that it should be C 26.
Well,
that's
no,
what
it's
because
broken up.
no,
It's
it pulls
broken up
individual
into two.
lines, so it's got to be.
It's okay, hold on a second. So it actually
Oh,
should
no,
be.
no, you're right, yeah, it should be C25.
Well, it could be C24 and C25.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
should
Okay,
be.
okay, that's fine, sure. You can-
And
you can-
actually,
Yeah, 24 and 25.
24 and 25 on this. So here's,
Can you share your screen?
She is.
I'm not,
No, the
how am I
screen
not,
over there.
how am I
Up there.
not sharing my screen anymore?
I don't know.
Okay. So, no, I'm sharing my screen. So,
Yeah. There you go.
here's my concern on that.
Okay.
If we do, I gotta get rid of this.
That changes the budget number, of course.
Of course it does. But now we have to go back. Here's my issue is, how do we confirm all the rest of the numbers?
Well, you know what,
Seriously.
it's only 7:45. Let's just go through, I mean, how about
We all pull up one.
we all, like, or how about we, like, one person pulls up this, keeps the summary up, and then we'll go through it
Right.
and make sure.
Okay, how do I just, hold on a second. How do I change this?
You can go in and
That's
just,
not right.
You know what, I'm
Type in
thinking,
equal sign.
Maria,
Actually, before you do that, Marie, can you just go to another row just to make sure that they're employing the same technique? Just for a cross-reference, before you make a change? Yeah, so just go to one you know that works.
yeah, and
Yeah,
so
that's right.
$300
Okay, all
for
right,
ag
so hold
counts,
on,
so
we'll
that
just do,
does.
we'll do this one because it's close by. Moderator.
C9.
So moderator,
C9
Oh,
C9,
is 20.
See, 9 and 10, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
C9.
Okay, and go above it. Go above it, just, yeah. See, 9 and
That just says zero.
that's,
See, that shouldn't be 0.
yeah, that's just.
That should, right, they all should be formulas.
So I
Yeah.
know they should all be formulas,
I know.
but that is legitimately zero, so
Yeah.
I'm
No, I
not, I'm
understand
less
that.
Right,
concerned
right,
about
But
that.
that's also why you're getting into
It's
trouble
slo-
down the road.
It's sloppy, yeah, yeah.
And I think the problem is that,
we don't have an accountant.
yeah, Mike and
Yeah.
I have been doing this. Mike has been doing this, and
Yeah.
we've been trying to, and we don't have an accountant doing this, and the accountant should be doing this, so.
Well, one way we could do it is one person could have a summary open on their laptop,
All right,
and somebody else could go through each code and shout out the number.
okay, I just need to know how to put it in there. I'm happy to do the summary,
Yeah, the way you do it.
or you can do
Well,
summary, I don't care.
Yeah.
Go to the cell you want to change. Go to fire.
Tomorrow.
No, I'm right here.
Well, we
We
get
gotta
voted
put a
on.
formula in there. For moderator, for salary,
All right.
should be C8,
So if you just take go down below, the one below it,
yeah?
and just drag it up.
No,
Yes. No, not that. You gotta,
all we're doing is checking here, right? So if I just go through and say moderator is 0 and 80, and you just say yes.
Okay, because we're not using this spreadsheet next year, right?
No.
That's correct.
Okay. But we also need to do the FY '24 budget as well, because it wasn't picking up dispatch FY '24. We need to make sure that the percentage is right. So,
I can give you 4 numbers then,
Okay.
for each one, if you
Yep,
like. If
yep.
if everyone's fine with that. Moderator, 080, 080. 119, 0160, 0160.
okay,
Can I make a suggestion?
what?
Rhea, you're getting frustrated. I think somebody else should do the changing.
I'm not doing I'm not doing the changing yet. So we'll do,
When we get to that point.
I'm frustrated because this is the 3rd year in a row.
I know.
That the finance committee has had to be responsible for this.
I know.
And it's not our responsibility.
understand.
This should be coming from the accounting
But I
department.
don't want you getting more frustrated tonight than you are.
I'm okay.
We need
Go
2
ahead.
people, 2 systems going at the same
Yeah,
time,
so-
checking.
So why doesn't somebody else bring up the summary too, to make sure that we have it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So we're double checking
Okay,
the
hold
summary.
on.
Yeah.
No, well, not yet.
So 1, 2, 3.
Get out of this.
Yeah.
360, 305, 75, 703, 344, 593, 63, 509.
Okay. And then I need to double check this,
Here was the last budget.
and
Here, where's
then
the
give me
last
the
one?
total as well.
Here we
So
go.
we make sure the totals are pulling properly, right?
Okay, so I'll give you 6 numbers then, okay?
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So 360, 305, 75, 703,
Budget Excel budget.
436, 008,
Yep,
344, 593,
yep,
63, 509,
Yep.
408, 102.
Yep.
131 is 3625, 700, 4325, 0, 700, 700.
okay.
When did we last get the last budget? With
March 19th,
March 19th.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
from Mike.
All right.
Okay, 132 is 168, 168, 155, 155,
Wait, 132?
168.
No, I'm asking you, what budget?
132, reserve fund.
Reserve fund's not in the sum.
I think reserve is at the
Oh,
end,
wait,
isn't
it's
it?
at the end, hold on. Let me just, I think we put that down.
No, we gotta do reserve fund again, so don't do that one.
Right, but it's at the end. So, yeah, we'll skip the reserve fund.
So you
Thank
want
you,
to go to
good call.
131, right?
So it's 131 we just did, so now it's 135. 'cause
We
we're
didn't do
skipping
130.
Yeah, 135,
Did we?
182, 835,
182,835, yep,
43400,
yep,
Okay.
226,
Got it.
235,
yep,
125, 283,
yep,
45, 900,
Yep.
171, 183.
okay,
141, assessor, 121023, 46470, 167493, 118014, 32445, 150459.
yep,
145 treasurer, 109465, 46750, 156215,
yep,
119888,
yep,
29200, 149088.
yep,
151 legal, 0, 130,000, 130,000, 0, 130,000, 130,000.
okay,
152, 0, 345, 345, 0, 345, 345.
Okay.
156, 0, 267503, 267503, 0, 216,000, 216,000.
okay,
161 is 122930, 17088, 140018,
Yep.
114262, 14052, 128314.
okay,
171 0 1700 1700, 0 1700 1700.
What budget was that?
that was,
171 Conservation Commission.
yep,
Conservation, hold on. Oh, 88. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. 174 is 309756, 29130, 338886, 296010, 21200, 317210.
okay,
175 0 7942 7942, 3913 7942, 11,855.
Okay, now hold on a second. That's where we would make a note that the secretary is now in the planning department's budget. And that's why there was a decrease, but it didn't go away.
Okay.
So that's the type of thing we'd make a note on.
Yeah.
Okay.
176,0635, 635, 1304, 635, 1939.
Okay, and that's another one. 176 is the same thing. Okay.
179, 0300, 300, 0300, 300. 182, 04250, 4250, 04250, 4250.
Oh, hold on a second. Then the minutes are wrong. I have 4200.
Okay, so let's go
We need to revote,
into,
might need to revote
can
that
somebody
one.
go into that and see what it is?
Well, I can't find it, so.
Okay.
Mine's showing 4250.
4250?
Yeah.
That's what yours is showing? Okay. And
That's last year's budget, right? Or are you talking about this year's?
They're both 4250.
And what are you saying you have,
I'm showing the
Gary?
minutes 4200.
It should be 4250.
So I think we need to revote that one, just to be clear,
For the minutes.
for the minutes. Well, yeah.
Okay, can I just, can I have a motion on that?
I'll move to vote, budget 182, total other 4250, total economic development 4250.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right, no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you.
192, 0235, 377, 235, 377, 0241, 100, 241, 100.
Okay.
Just to make sure, on 182, Maria, you were abstaining on that previous budget?
Yeah, sorry, I was abstaining on that previous budget.
So the
What
budget, new vote is 6501.
What budget did you abstain?
The
Economic
economic.
development.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
1960, 19860, 19860, 017200, 17200. 199, 0950, 950, 0950, 950.
Okay,
210,
yep.
158675.
Wait, can you just check the totals?
I am checking the
No,
totals.
it's hard, in the pink box.
Oh.
Well, we're not. Well, we need to. That's a formula, isn't it? Basically, it should be a formula. isn't it?
Yeah.
We can check- we can
Are we
check-
both getting?
we can check that later.
Because you're right, you wouldn't see it in the individual. I'm sorry, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're right. you
We can
wouldn't
check the formulas later, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, let's get the numbers in
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
and we'll
yeah,
go back
yeah,
and do the
that's right.
pink.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
So
Police, yep.
210, 1586 751, 151972, 1738723, 1478007, 133683, 1611690.
Okay. So now on dispatch,
Is what you should have.
52853,
should I just plug
Just
the
type it in
number
for now, yeah, just type
Yeah.
it in
Okay.
for now.
So 5853
2853,
under salaries,
under
correct?
salary,
Okay,
18640,
18640.
should come
under
to 71493.
71493,
Yeah.
yep.
And then for last year, 424033,
424033.
61300, for a total of 485333.
00. 485333.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then I'll make a note about dispatch as well.
Yeah.
You're
So
gonna keep-
220, 1388818, 123662, 1512480, 1272823, 126983, 1399806.
Correct.
That's right. 292, 19448, 4879, 24327, 18706, 5197, 23903.
Correct.
And then 300 is 0171669, 171669, 0304641, 304641.
Yeah.
310, 015960274, 15967 274, 013944299 139442299.
Yep.
422 705 781 231 140 236 921
Yep.
688 856 227 640 916 496. 423 92293 114297 206 590 929293 114297 206 590.
Okay.
424 03900 3900 03900 3900. 429 066800 66800 064700 64700.
Yep.
431 010,000 10,000 000.
Did you want to put a note in there that we alternate
I can
hazardous
do
waste?
that. Yep, I can do that, so 425.
433 0197500 197500 0158950 158950.
Yep.
490 10150 1015 1015 1015. 491 5000 2300 7300 5000 2300 7300.
Yep.
5110 77131 77131 06910 69103. 529 56030 5375 61405 53074 8415 61489.
Yep.
541 82766 20550 103316 78767 10950 89717.
Do you want to put anything, a note about the
Go
Okay.
Boxborough?
yes, go Boxborough?
Yep, I can do that. Okay.
543 03630 03630 0358575 35875.
Yep.
610 is 303518 112490 416008 288632 109275 397907. 630 59476 13225 72701 54983 13225 68208. 691 0350 350 0350 350.
Yep.
692 1500 1500 1500 1500.
Yep.
699 01500 1500 01500 1500.
Yep.
710 01028 492 1028 492 01334 132 1334 132.
Yep.
Do you want to talk there about something coming off, the reason it dropped?
Okay.
$300,000 drop, so.
Yep.
Forget what came off.
911
Library. Was it library that came off?
What?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go. You want to roll.
01325 502 1325 502
Yep.
01245 470 1245 470.
Okay.
Have a question?
No, go.
Okay. Really? You look like you have something you need to say. Oh, okay, you're going to say it afterwards. Okay, go ahead.
0244125 244125 0230 000
Yeah,
230000.
okay.
914 9 other things, employee benefits. 01413 059, 1183600, 1183600.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
now we know 132, which is going to be the reserve. We have to change that. Right?
Do you have a note already in 915 that the big increase is because of the buyout from?
No, but I will do that. Good call.
First off, I was glad I could help during that process. Secondly, where exactly is this copy of the spreadsheet?
Well, I used March 5th because I could not find March 19th.
But that's how we, okay, yeah.
This is March 19th. This is
Where is March 19th stored?
Well, I don't do the drive, he does, and we
It's
didn't
not-
have it
it's
in the
not-
drive.
it's not a drive,
We had
yeah.
gotten it from Mike on the 19th.
Maybe you got it from Mike on the 19th. I don't think I got it from
I didn't get it.
I didn't get it
Yeah,
either.
This was
Yeah.
not distributed.
Well, then you would have gotten it from me after
no.
that?
No.
Okay,
Don't
I'm
have it.
sorry, guys.
That's
I'm doing the best I can.
I know, no, it's just so that we.
I'm sorry.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you guys
Just wanna
didn't
make sure
get
we're not
this.
crazy
But
about
you
it.
got this.
I
on
can't
the
remember
19th.
where I got it from.
Okay, all right. So hold on a second, though. We have other
just wanna
things to
make sure I'm
do.
not
So,
Yeah.
so there's a couple of
We'll be in the
things.
same cell, don't worry.
132, which is the reserve fund, needs to change, but shocking, it doesn't look like the budget changed. Didn't we vote 27,925,170?
Yep. we
Yes.
did.
Okay, so the budget did not change. Further down in the summary,
Really?
really, so it's pulling from,
Oh, it probably.
so these formulas that we looked at are not right, because it's pulling from these formulas.
Okay, so
So now we need to figure out these formulas, right? So if you go to line 85, there it is. Oh my God. Wait, hold on.
What are you looking at?
Oh, yeah. So we need to go and we need to see if all of those salaries are pulling properly. If you go to line 85 on this. We have
Are you
to
on
do
the
that for
summary?
all the
Yeah,
pink
and the
things
pink,
on the
yeah, the pink.
summary, yeah.
If you click on that one cell, it'll show you all of the formulas.
Because the budget, clearly we went up in the
Well,
budget, right? And it's not showing in the bottom of the summary page.
well, if you click on the formula, it highlights all the cells it's picking from.
Hey, Tony, when you click on the formula for total salaries for dispatch, I'm getting equals dispatch exclamation point C13. So why is it not, it's showing as a formula, right? I'm not
Yeah,
crazy.
No, but
that's right.
C14
It's
is
the wrong
wrong.
cell.
That should be, if you go to the, it's the
But
wrong.
wait, but you're dealing with March 5th, right?
I am.
Okay, so it wasn't in the March 19th.
It's pulling from the wrong cell.
No, Maria, it was there, but it was the wrong cell.
Okay, it was pulling from the wrong cell.
It
Okay,
was-
okay,
that's
all right,
what's
that's
being
what it was.
zero.
13,
But I don't want to
it's
confuse, I
13.
don't want to go back and confuse that. We know that the budget on the top part of this is right. We just need to get the formulas in the pink, which is what's pulling to the
And the
bottom.
only formula that's wrong is the one for public safety. Because everything else, we checked, all the no other number changed.
Right,
Yeah, but the point is, if I change the
Right,
dispatch
no,
number in here,
24. See,
Maria's correct, I'm still getting the same number at the bottom as we had before.
Right,
So
you
hold
gotta
on,
check
so
the
hold on.
formula and make sure
Yeah.
that that cell
So
was.
salary should be, so if you just do protection, if we just do protection, salary should be cell C89. It should be
Yeah, it's not putting it.
C93,
It's
so
not
it's
putting,
not.
it's not putting it.
So
no.
I can just add C93 up here, correct?
and then go down, and then make that 25.
C93, but the question that is concerning me is, can we assume that the rest of these formulas are all pulling properly?
Honestly, I think that would be a rather dangerous assumption.
Right? I think so too. So is there an easy way to kind of figure out these without doing basically what we just did? One of us has it open.
The only thing, did you highlight the cell? And did you, if you do an F2, it'll show what cell it's pulling from.
I can highlight the cell and see,
But go ahead. So
but then what we need to do.
I know, so if you got that, now push F2 up there.
No, you just need to highlight the thing, it tells you.
It's right there.
It's not- pulling,
What
it's not
F2 will do,
pulling.
it will highlight those summary cells, is what I'm saying. So if you just do F2 here, yeah.
It's right there. Wait, okay, all right, that was two. Hold on.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. Just escape, or,
All right, just don't touch this computer, because this is the master right
all
now.
right, that, yeah.
So save it,
Oh, my God.
do a
This
save.
is beyond stressful for me.
Save.
I need to get this thing to go away. It's, Okay. Hold on.
Yep.
I'm gonna save it.
Okay, yeah.
Good Lord. He's going to my, documents here. I'm saving this for the whole world to see, yeah? Okay, and then we go into my March 26th meeting. Corrected. Okay, good call, Gary. And that should come up as an autosave going forward.
Okay, so
Okay.
now.
No, autosave is set, okay.
Yeah, once it saves, it will go to autosave, so it will autosave as we go.
Now just push F2, please.
You sure?
Yes.
Do I have to shift?
Oh, maybe you gotta, yeah.
Because it's coming up in my sound.
Control Shift, Control F2.
Control F2? Okay,
Mhm.
we're not gonna do F2. Because F2's not working for me.
I know.
Trying to just make that cells highlight.
I'm just I'm trying to figure out how we're
That'll
gonna go
highlight
about.
every single cell that's in the cell, and that's in the formula.
Oh! I don't know what I just did.
That's it, see, there you go. So you can see which ones it's picking up.
Okay. So then by doing this, we should be able to go through and see if all of these salaries are picking up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you want highlights in the top row of each
Yeah,
cell.
start at the very top, yep.
I did. I went to the very top and I'm
So-
looking.
So you can see, yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah, exactly, just what you're doing.
Each
You
one
want to
of
make
these
Just saying
sure,
the 319 budget, by the way.
right, you got it, Maria, exactly what you're doing, just
Send it
keep
to all
going
of
down.
us?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Salary, salary, salary.
Yep, you're
Salary,
good.
salary.
Yep, keep going.
Okay. So
You're
now
good.
how do
So-
I make this?
So now you just hit escape there. Okay, now you go down to the next cell. And how have you got that F2 to work again? How'd you do that?
I literally just went up and put my cursor up in the top line and clicked. I didn't have to do
Yeah,
it.
just click
I
on the
just
line.
touched my,
Just click on the line, yeah, it does it.
okay, so now let's make
All
sure
right,
that
so there you
this
go.
is,
So I've been through it, they all look good to me, I've been through it.
you've been through it all?
Yeah.
Oh,
All the
okay.
columns or just this column?
Just the column for 25.
Okay, keep going up, Maria.
No, Tony's already been through all the columns.
For 25.
No.
So do we assume the new budget's 27,996,663?
You have or you haven't?
Yeah, I've done 25, I've done 25.
Just 25, he has not
Yeah.
done all of the columns.
Yeah.
No, right, I
We've only
know.
done two columns, we've only done two columns.
Right, so now we
We've done
need to
one
do, so I guess actually what we should figure out is if the starting budget for '24 was correct.
Well, just, I don't know if you finished this, but remember you wanted to look at a total?
Yeah,
Was the total working?
the total works now, yeah.
The total now works, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the total is?
But ex-
27,996,663.
Yeah, okay. that's what I got
Except
too.
now we need to do the formula for the reserve fund. We have to change that because that's not a formula, right? Because the budget just increased. I just put that number in there.
$168,000.
168. Oh, just because it's rounding?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the policy says it's 0.6% rounded up to.
Okay.
So it's the same, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. All right, so now do we know easily if our '24 budget is matching, so we know? Because we still have this, the increase is still showing 9.9%.
Well, you check the numbers, and the only thing you need to check now is what you just did, where it's pulling from.
So just check on that dispatch thing right again, because there's a mistake on the 24.
Mm-hmm.
There's put a mistake on 24, I'm guessing.
Okay, so, so let's see.
Well, no,
Same
you,
mistake.
yeah, but no, you all worked out, didn't it?
I did 25, I didn't do 24.
I read 24 out to you.
Right, that's what it did, but we're checking the sum now to make sure it's picking up all the right cells.
Well, yeah.
Right, so,
yeah.
and so the only one that would be missing would be the dispatch, because
Yeah.
for some reason, I think that when that got changed, it somehow got deleted. So dispatch is.
It's not picking up dispatch.
No, it's not, 24. right?
But dispatch is 0 in this version.
But it's-
Yeah.
Right, well, I
Yeah.
just put it in, and so now the difference for the budget, FY '24, looks like it should be, hold on, me to the bottom here.
That should be that, right?
So T,
FY '24 should have been $25,468,076.
okay, hold on a second, Becky, because I'm still
Wait, what did you put in 23?
D23.
Yep, that's right, yep.
Okay,
Do you open Excel or open in Google Sheets? Because
It's
we,
Excel.
okay, because it won't
what
open.
the frick just
Is that
happened?
right?
What'd you have again, Becky?
Well, if I'm doing this right, it's FY '24 would have been $25,468,076
I know, froze.
Moved it over here.
for an increase of 9.9% total. Is not what you're coming up with?
That's what I have for FY '24.
Yeah, me too, okay.
Yeah.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Escape was good. Okay, so I'm going up here. I'm doing D93.
And part of the reason why is because my mic, when I put my cursor on like
Right, and then I
24,
hit-
it was
Enter.
pulling police in
Nope.
dispatch.
Yeah.
D93,
23, D23.
not 23. It's right here. It's dispatch, D93.
Okay, all right, sorry, all right.
So that's right, so it's got that. Now I need to add D94.
Full comma,
Okay,
there you go.
so are you doing the same thing?
Yeah, so what's your total protection now for 24?
3,520,732.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so now let's go down here. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the help.
Yep, yep.
yeah.
Everybody,
Oh,
I appreciate
forget it,
everyone
mine-
helping me.
Mine didn't pull through for the total for
So now what do you have for a total?
For 20,
protection for
24,
salaries.
Yeah.
25953,409.
That's right, but is that what was voted last year for our
Yeah,
budget?
yes, it is right.
That,
We're
that
just-
number changed every week. Come on now.
I know, I know, I
I've been
know.
watching the dashboard. Every dashboard it changes to some other number.
No,
All right.
You know that.
I think, Maria, I can just say how much it's changed from that number.
It's a 7,
9.9%.
no, 7.8%.
The total budget?
The total budget, what do you have for a change? I have 7.8%.
I'm not looked.
Because don't forget, it didn't have, I've got a
Yeah, 7.9 it says here, yeah.
7.8 is what I got.
So not 996, whatever you had.
Well, I had 9.9.
But you're not pulling dispatch down from 24.
Thought I was, but okay. Oh, maybe I'm not. Okay, I believe you.
Okay.
So that makes a world of difference.
All right, so who's going to move the new number?
Well, hold on. 'cause I
Yeah.
don't even
I
have
want to
the-
make sure that we
Yeah.
got the new number. We're good? We're comfortable with this number?
Yeah, yeah.
For
It's
both-
a better number in terms of the increase, right?
Mike, are we good with this number?
Yes.
Mike and I, no one's going to be happier than Mike and I next year when we're not doing all of the Excel spreadsheets.
We'll have spiffy software next year.
Yes, we're going to have software and we're going to have a
We have
finance
to make sure
director.
that article gets voted.
Let me tell you. Maybe we should just play this part of the meeting, at town meeting. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so we're comfortable that this is the FY '25 number.
Okay.
And the 24
I
number?
don't care about 24. So
You
Well,
read the
you do,
motions
because that's how
and
much the
check.
increase is gonna show.
Well, okay, you're right, but we're just
We're
voting.
making
the total.
I make a motion for the total FY25 operating budget to be 27,996,663.
Second.
27 what?
No, that's not right.
27
I have.
27,996,663.
Not, then it's
you
not
got
working.
Yeah.
No. I've got 27,978,23.
No. Okay, so what have you got for your total protection?
Total protection, I've got 3,047,870.
246. Total,
No, total protection is 3347023.
3,3.
47023.
Okay, so how the heck? So go back up to total protection. 3,328,383 is total protection, is what I'm showing in this formula up here.
Okay, so there's something wrong with this one here then. So highlight that cell there.
This one?
Yeah, click on it at the top there.
Oh, there it is.
You're not capturing, I don't think, the other dispatch.
Okay. See. Dispatch. Which is 94. 94. See, 94.
Put a comma in after that.
Okay, 3347,023?
Yes.
Yep,
Okay, so now let me
One
go
more
down.
time, 334703.
023.
Thank you.
Total
Okay, so
protection.
now tell me, 27996,663.
Yep,
That's what you have for FY budget?
I do. FY
27,996,662.
Yes, and I make a motion, we accept that.
And the new percentages.
Quick.
Quickly.
Okay.
I second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The only,
Gary wants to know what the percentage is, and I know
The
mine.
percentage is 7.9.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
so if you can send me that, I'll check the percentages tomorrow.
Okay, I can do that.
And I'm gonna say the right, but
Okay. That's fine, we can do that. Okay, so we're all set with this budget now.
Yeah, I need to update the model, right? So
Poor Mike
Send
looks
that back
nervous.
to me as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to everybody.
Yeah,
And you need to update the model.
yeah.
Okay, we need to update the model now.
Did
so
we,
that
did we vote the new reserve fund?
The new reserve fund's the
Doesn't
same.
change.
Because
Okay.
it rounded up to begin with, so.
You see this, right? I know it's old,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're not worried about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's history.
I'm gonna, so can we update the model with this 27,996?
It takes me a little bit of time to do that, actually.
It
Well,
does.
it does, because I put in all the subtotals, all of the departments in my model.
Okay, so we can't just do a summary of the model?
I guess I could, yeah, I can, yeah,
I just,
okay.
I'd like to know where we
Just-
are with the
If
levy.
you insist,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be
Oh,
difficult, I
yeah.
just. I don't
Really, we're
understand.
serving cocktails at FinCom meetings.
no, that would make it way
Yeah.
worse.
What?
So shout that number out to me again and I'll put it in here.
27,996,663.
Okay.
And Tony, what do you have for last year's total in your model? I just wanna make sure the two,
I don't, my model doesn't actually have last year in it, actually. It's just saying this
okay,
year.
all right. If it doesn't have, I just wanna make sure that
Yeah.
if it, yeah, okay, if
Yeah.
it doesn't have it.
Yeah. I do have that in my other charts for the
Dashboard stuff.
dashboard, and well, also for the town meeting presentation.
Okay.
So our buffer now is 863,541.
Good.
And we're comfortable with that number,
Yeah,
that levy.
yeah.
What was that number again?
863,541.
Down a
That's-
little bit from the last calculation then, right?
It's up a little bit, actually, because I had a calculation here in my model, actually, which I wasn't capturing some revenue, so it was actually better than it was.
So it was better than it was, but it's down since you got better, and then it went down tonight because of dispatch.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Because we had to dispatch it.
So I'm sorry, what is 863,541?
That's the buffer, that's our levy,
That's our excess levy.
excess levy capacity estimated.
Thank you.
What was it?
863,541.
What was it before?
It's been all over the place, actually. So.
Well, I mean, we started the year out at 2 million.
Right,
Yeah.
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 Well, it's better than 200,000 where we were last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was it?
Last week was 200,000. now we have
So-
800,000.
Oh,
All right.
okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop sharing this.
Did you save it?
It's on autosave. What's going on with this? So, and I will send this out to everybody. Good Lord, that was painful. Thank you for all your help, everybody.
I guess better that we found it tonight. And somebody said, how come there's nothing in dispatch on the town meeting floor?
Yeah, no, it's just, I do need to say, I really think it's important that people understand, Mike has been working hard on this Excel spreadsheet. I've been working hard, Tony's been working hard. We've all been working hard on it, but it has not been easy 3 years in a row to produce a budget that's accurate in numbers, because we have not had the support we should have
But you have
as a
Mike.
finance.
I didn't have Mike
I
when
know,
was-
I did
didn't
have Mike.
when I was
Thank
chair.
God I had Mike this year. You're right, you're right. Last year was harder than, but, so I appreciate all your help to, in doing this.
And also software will help. Some
Software.
Some proper
That
software will help.
software for
Yeah.
short money will take us a long
Yeah,
ways
yeah.
Yeah,
ahead.
because I mean, we're still working on Jennifer Barrett's,
Yeah.
model. And I know that I had to learn how to do Excel when I was chair, and I had to do the budget. So I know there were broken links.
Yeah. All right, so with respect to notes that I'm gonna put in the budget, I'm gonna put something in about, budget, the ZBA and the planning board about the secretary being moved. I'm gonna mention dispatch, budget 425, I'm gonna make a note about that one. I know what the notes will be when I look at them. 541, I'm gonna do long-term debt, I'm gonna show a decrease of 300,000. Do we know what that decrease was? No?
What came
Do we
off?
don't know what fell
I
off?
don't recall right off.
All right.
I saw it, I knew what it was, and I can't recall what it is right now.
And then on the health insurance, it's gonna be about switching over
I think it might
to.
have been library, but I wouldn't swear.
Yeah, that's what Gary thinks too, the library.
I think it was library.
That sounds good, two good minds. Who's going to question it? Hey, do you want to put in something about FinCom? Because we're up significantly because we're not going to have a secretary.
Yep. We're adding the secretary. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do all of that. This is going to the printer on Friday? That's the goal?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay, I got a lot of work between now and then to do. Okay, I'll get it to, I will do my best to get it to,
If you need the weekend, I'm sure we can make that happen.
She
Well-
doesn't want to do the weekend. She wants to have it done by Friday.
I will-
Let's do Friday.
if I,
By 5 o'clock, actually, because something magical happens at 5, I don't know what.
I will try to get it to Kelly midday Thursday. And if it's not there, there's a really good chance I've ripped all my hair out. And somebody needs to come and help me, because I have to
I'll
take
bring the
that
tequila.
summary and then, so it's, because you gotta take the summary, turn it into a PDF, put the notes in.
Becky helped me.
She did, and she helped me last year, because I couldn't, my computer was throwing up on me and I couldn't get it, so I may have to reach out to Becky Harris, so, but I will try to get it to
Why
her
wouldn't
by
you put the
Thursday.
notes in the Excel and then convert it to PDF? Wouldn't that be easier?
No, because I have the Adobe that I can write in, which is
You
fine.
can add in Adobe.
But if I go into Excel, everything's on a formula. If I add a column to put a note in, plus you don't know how it's gonna
My wife can't do it
save.
either.
Yeah, sometimes it's
It
corrupt.
saves funky,
Yeah, it looks
yeah.
weird when you save it.
So
Yeah.
I pick, because of the business, I have the
you can
Adobe
change-
that I can make the changes in.
John, you know how you can change it to a text, you can do that, but it's not-
Okay,
yeah, we're not
just,
doing
can
it.
we just not
I know,
confuse
yeah, we're not
issues?
gonna go there.
Listen, I have my strengths. I think I've performed pretty well.
did.
Technology is not my strength.
You did a great job,
I
absolutely
do
great
my
job.
best.
Okay, let's do the
Okay.
back of the warrant.
Hang on, though. The notes you would write, though, and what's the scope of those notes? Because
They're not a huge
Like,
amount of detail,
A sentence or two, max.
because you
But
can't
you,
really
but you put in Boxwood Go, right? You mentioned Boxwood Go.
Yeah.
So these are things which like increases, changes to the service levels that
Yeah,
we're noting. So there are some other things that we change to increase services that we need
Right.
to. On the same vein, I'm not sure what should include or not, but I'm just saying there's some other things we should.
well, but
Think
some
about
of the stuff that we're increasing services, we're doing it through warrant articles. So we'll have
True.
to do a slide,
But
and
it's
I
go-
think we'll do a slide on Article
But there are
5.
things which impact the budget that are not warranted this time. For example, the K9 is increasing our budget.
Okay, so I can do that under the
Um,
police,
Previously voted, but it's still an increase.
K9, yep.
The increased sergeant ratio in the police,
Okay, do we know what that means?
$5,000. Yeah, again, I don't know where the cutoff is for these things.
Oh, Mike, the chief wants to add a sergeant?
No, he's replacing a patrolman with a sergeant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wants
Yeah.
he wants to promote someone to,
Elevate.
Yeah.
elevate someone to sergeant,
Right.
which is the $5,000 increase. So increase to another extra sergeant, okay.
The domestic violence program, DVSN,
How much was that?
3,000. I just
wouldn't touch
just
that.
asked the question,
That's too
where-
small
where-
for the-
where's the cutoff here?
Well,
for the-
because the police, if you add K-9, the increased sergeant.
No, K-9 I would do. I'm just saying, $3,000 on a $3 million increase salary? I wouldn't look at that
And-
one.
And the DVSN, that's not an ad, that was something that was dropped before and is coming back,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
It's something the town already had, and
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
reduced.
So
as-
we'll do
Yeah.
the K-9, I'll make a note of the K-9, and then a $5,000 increase in salary line for for additional sergeant.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
what else do you have?
Ongoing fire coverage increase, previously voted, but it's increasing the budget.
What does that
What
one?
does that mean?
Well, salaries are going up because of increasing staffing, right?
Well, right, but we voted that, like, that's because of the safer grants that we didn't get, so in
But
previous
it
years.
impacts the budget.
It does impact the budget, but it's still level services, we voted it last year.
I'm not arguing that, but what I'm saying is, if we're saying, why has this budget gone up or gone down, that's a reason for it going up.
Well, how significantly did the the fire
Fire
budget go
budget
I
up?
don't know.
Hold on. I'll tell you.
Because, I mean, this is, the K-9 we know is $30,000. It needs to be,
Used to be not chump change.
Well, let's look
It means,
at
like,
fire salaries and we can say.
Fire
can't
salaries, went up 9.1.
So that's worth mentioning.
we? Yes, 9%.
Usually it's like something more than 5% increase
Yeah.
is what we look at.
and that is coverage because we have,
Yeah, so
because
I
we've
don't-
hired people, we
It's
have
an ongoing
additional
plan to
coverage.
increase coverage, right? I mean, it's all good stuff, but it's,
We added an additional staff, EMT/firefighter in January.
it's an improved service for the town.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So Gary, are you suggesting anything over 5%?
Usually it's around 5%.
You know,
is
it's
our
just something
interest.
that pops, like
Yeah.
if someone looks at it and that pops up,
If it's,
okay?
if you see a
What else do
9%
you have?
increase,
Do you have
why?
another
What
one?
The
changed?
only one I've got is really was big numbers, the executive office training budget, which increased quite a lot.
We want to be at.
Bob, 5% is
employer
arbitrary,
choice.
but it's something that's big.
Are
That's,
you gonna
that increased by $12,000.
Yep, so the training,
Keep going down, sorry, no. What's-
if I call that out, that is across the town?
Yes,
Okay. Professional development, can I call it?
yeah.
For employees across the town, excluding police and fire? Or
It
including?
does, including all employees.
All
yeah,
employees.
across town.
Which is really chump change for all employees to get professional development.
I am not gonna mention being an employer of choice because you would
That's fine.
need to explain that to people, and I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get into
like-
that. Professional development, okay. Is there anything else, Tony?
No.
Okay. All right, so let's just do this one. So now all the numbers in the back of the article, the back of the warrant. FinCom report, right? Those numbers have changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need me here for this stuff? I'm happy to stay if you need me, but
I don't think so, but I do want to show you, Mike, that I've added, so in the non-ABRSD budget increase by 2.79%, I'll have to check that number. The non-budget benefited from a reduction in long-term debt payments, and I added in the regionalization of police dispatch. Several increases in staffing and programs for non-ABRS budgets were possible. I don't really understand that sentence, but I'll have to, but that's, I mean, that's fair, right, Mike? And is there anything else that, like,
Wait, it's not possible anymore, right?
well, hold on a second. Is there anything else that you would say that was it health insurance? Because that didn't go down, that went up. So like, what created efficiencies in the non-school budget? Or reductions, right? It was long-term debt, it was dispatch. I mean, I know ultimately the health insurance is gonna be beneficial to the town, but
Right.
this year, because of the
But not-
buyout,
not
we're
initially.
not seeing that.
yeah.
So it was just those two things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanna make sure.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, who's, Mike, is this your paragraph? I'm sorry, who?
No, this is our paragraph that we
Okay.
did last
Yeah,
year.
again, I don't understand that last statement.
Yeah, that last line. Okay, so yeah, Mike, I don't think we need you for anything else.
Okay.
If you want to go. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for all your help.
I think she actually means it. It didn't come off that way, but I think she actually means it.
No, I do. Thank you for all your help. Okay, so this, Are we trying to say several increases in staffing and programs for
What I was
non-budget
trying to
were
s-
possible due to the reductions?
What I was trying to say is, despite the fact that we're still, with this low increase in the budget increase, we could make some improvements to our services.
Okay, so I think several increases in staffing and programs
You can say service improvements if you like, instead.
for were possible. I just feel like we need to expand on that, because
Yeah.
I feel like we've,
It sounds like they were possible, but we didn't do anything or something like that. It just sounds like-
Well, that's
yeah,
right, that's my
yeah.
point.
So I think it's important to say that,
Yeah.
but we just need to wordsmith that.
Yeah,
And the 2.9% in there, and there's numbers elsewhere around here that are in either your presentation or this document here, they don't match that.
yeah, these numbers are sort of placeholders at the moment, because they're all moving, aren't they, at this moment?
Okay,
Hopefully they stop moving as of tonight.
Yeah, sure,
So
yeah.
the other one was like, it was like off by a percentage point, which is significant for that value. So just,
Okay, so let's just do one thing at a time. Let's just, where are you talking about specifically, John? Let's go through those numbers and make sure that, you know.
so to calculate that 2.9%, right, that's the.
2.79%, yeah,
Yeah, the number I came up with is more like 3.9%, so.
okay.
um,
But these numbers have changed now anyway.
Okay, so we have to recalculate it.
Yeah.
So we have to
Oh.
yellow out that 2.9 or whatever that, I can't really read it here.
Yeah, sure.
And then there's another document, the PowerPoint references the value. You have to make sure those are the same.
Yes.
What PowerPoint?
The
Maria's
Article 5 that I sent out,
Article 5, I'm sorry.
I sent it out last week. We're not doing it yet. The Article 5 PowerPoint that we have to do
So
eventually.
just between those two documents, there was the very important segmentation of the school versus the town.
Yeah,
Those numbers were not consistent between the two documents, or
Right.
the calculations, and those are important percentages. Because one says the school's kind of the issue here, not the town, right?
yes.
Yeah,
From a exploding costs
yeah,
perspective.
yeah, and we want to make that point. Okay, so are we going to go in, Tony, we don't need to do this tonight. Are you going to go in and change all these numbers?
Yes.
Okay, based on what tonight? So I think with respect to the document itself with the wordsmithing, I think that's the only sentence we need to change. Several
I remove
increases.
the word police, it's just regionalization of dispatch.
Okay. Okay. Several increases.
Can you make it bigger,
how
actually?
about-
Can you make it, go to one
Yeah,
sheet
yeah, yeah.
wide,
Yep.
so we can,
Here we go.
can you make it
Yeah,
bigger still?
just make it width.
Yeah, get it full
Right
width.
there,
There we go.
Okay.
there you go. That's it.
Several increases in staffing and programs. I like the word services better than programs.
Yes, yeah, just say several improvements to services for the town where possible.
Several improvements.
Yeah,
Okay. To the town services?
just to services for the town.
To services. Where possible.
Yeah, and take out non-ABSRD, it's too,
So can I just, to segue from this, where it says regional dispatch, and you got series several, can you say therefore several improvements?
Oh, okay.
Because I just feel like otherwise it doesn't explain, like, we've got these savings, and so we did do, you know what I'm saying? I just-
I could even do something like due to these savings, several improvements to services for the town where possible.
Yeah, something like that. I
Well-
just think you don't want a period.
Do we mean possible, do we mean made? Is that what we mean?
Yes,
We're
yes.
made, yeah.
We're
Or
made.
created, or
Or
capitalized
made,
upon?
I like made.
Or maybe
Because they
should,
could have always been possible if we wanted to increase taxes, but
well, haven't been made until it's been voted, right?
that's true.
They are proposed.
Okay,
Have it-
several improvements, okay, so due to this, due to these savings,
Yes,
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, you might be typing, but I'm not seeing anything.
No, yeah, so it's okay.
Due to the savings, the potential exists for several improvements for the services for the town. Something like that.
Due to these savings.
Improvements to
Have been
services
proposed.
That's been proposed,
have been
yeah.
proposed.
Okay.
Due to these
Oh, you're not- I'm not seeing it anymore.
I don't know,
weird.
where does
Yeah.
it keep going?
Yeah, yeah. You're seeing it?
No, I'm not, I'm typing.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see it now, I can see it now.
Have been, again, it's like keeps going away. I honestly,
I think it's your computer. It's not operator error.
Could be she's hitting the touchpad.
I think so.
okay,
You need
okay.
S on the
You
saving.
guys need to
That's-
stop.
You spelled for
Maria?
Prost.
Oh,
Word saving?
what?
I think you want an S after saving on the second from the last line.
Savings. Yep. Okay, due to these savings, improvements to services for the town have been proposed.
Yes.
Yes.
And your system is showing an S after saving.
I
that right?
just typed
It's
it.
not
As
showing
long
it.
as long as you have it in your system, that's okay.
And
I got it.
improvements has got a typo in it.
And the strikeout doesn't go through the S, does it? I can't tell.
It does.
Okay,
Okay.
and I will wordsmith that tomorrow,
yeah.
after I get the copy from you,
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
With the thing, I will add this line to it. Okay. There was nothing else that I saw in this that jumped out at me. Did you say you had typos in this, John?
Well, because of the new numbers, right?
The numbers
The numbers.
were,
Right, so we're
Yeah,
gonna fix
but
all these
the
numbers.
key segmentation was not jiving.
Go back for a second.
Oh,
Further?
No, as long as Tony updates the reserve number now.
Yeah, what's the reserve number now, do we know?
168.
Maria, can you check that in? Where it says 173?
Well, I can do all these numbers
As
tomorrow.
long as you update the number, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, so let's just, I mean, I think we need to just talk about words and paragraphs. And then at the end, I also,
I also put a disclaimer in here, by the way, to say that these numbers are not final necessarily.
Yeah,
You know,
no, we have to.
you have to, yeah.
Because first of all, we're not sure about the levy, because we won't know that until October. We're
Okay.
taking
All
a
right.
stab at
All
a
right.
bunch of this stuff. The biggest thing we're taking a stab at is the tax cost. And we just, Jennifer used to be able to
Yeah.
estimate it for us within, pretty close. But all of these numbers are estimates, and people need
Can
to
you go back to
understand.
the debt area where we say, it was just kind of strange wording about, no offense to
Right here,
the
debt,
editor, yeah.
long-term debt will decrease.
Decrease over the next 10 years, however, this does not account for the new capital spending plans and other borrowing made.
Yeah, that
So-
was part of the conversation we had last week, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, so long-term debt will decrease over the next 10 years.
Except, maybe not.
Yeah. How about
How about we don't
present,
say
how about,
that?
or, I mean, even that's awkward. I mean, we would assume all long-term debt eventually decreases,
True.
right? But
How
you're
about-
just circling back.
How
to-
about
I mean,
it's-
I think the point about this is that we have capacity to take on additional debt if we need to, within our guidelines.
So how about we say long-term debt will continue to, or long-term debt projects will continue to fall off the, whatever you
How
call it.
about we
but
just
we-
say current long-term debt will decrease over the next 10 years?
But I suppose but as John says, it's obvious, isn't it, really?
Leaving us capacity for the possibility of Acton Boxborough Regional School refurbishment
So,
needs or a new
but maybe this graph is really of no value.
I think it's just confusing, because people are gonna
Yeah.
see this, they're gonna think their taxes are gonna go down to next to nothing by 2036.
Yeah, I mean, we can just take this out altogether,
Yeah, I
actually. It
think
doesn't
that's
really add anything to the debate.
Especially
So,
since we know there's gonna be stuff in the near
The-
future.
I think the point of what you're trying to make is then what you should say,
Yeah.
right? You just said what you were trying to say.
We have capacity to take on extra debt if we need to.
So that's what we should say, and we should
Right,
take that
and
out.
leave it
Yeah.
at that, right.
Should we
Leave it at that.
leave the graph in
Yes.
and
No.
just change the words?
The
Or
graph-
take
Just look
everything
at
out?
the graph.
The graph looks, it's too rosy, isn't it, really? Because if we build a new fire station, it's going to change that picture entirely.
Well, we already know that there's at least over $2 million in ban, short-term borrowing right now that needs to be bonded.
Right.
I mean,
the fire station, eventually the police station. I mean, the reason we do capital planning is to level our debt
Right.
service.
So in fairness, though, I think this is a good visual of, hey,
This is where we are now.
Exactly. This is the debt we have on the books, and look, it's heading in the right direction.
And you
We're-
just talked to
We're a town
it.
that we can handle a new fire station
Yeah.
because of that exact reason.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying, leave the graph, and you just talked to it, saying it doesn't mean it's gonna be
Well,
zero.
we're not gonna talk to this. This is gonna be in the back of the thing, so we need to talk to it by text. We
Yeah.
have
So-
to actually change that text.
So at the bottom of this chart or somewhere on here, say, please, this does not include, please be aware, it does not include the fire station.
All right,
Or
so
any future large
Exactly.
expenses.
So
Do
I
I-
would just change the beginning to what you said earlier.
do you wanna do that? You want me to do that?
No, you can do that. I mean, well, so what we're saying is the town has
Capacity.
capacity for increasing debt.
When necessary.
When,
The town presently has capacity to increase debt.
Say that again?
for future projects.
Yeah, right.
The town presently has capacity.
Or will have capacity, because I mean, right now, we've got a lot of debt in 2024.
We're still way below our guidelines, though.
Okay,
The problem with the graph is it starts at 2024.
Yeah, I know.
It would have been better to see it 5 years or so earlier, so you see the real, where we were and where we're going to.
This is the data I have, though, from the up-to-date data.
And it's okay, I'm just saying that, you
Yeah.
know, it's, the starting point is showing the wrong message.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can say, this graph illustrates our current, our current debts, our current debt status. This will change as the town's debt services require.
Yeah, however, we have adequate capacity to take on
And that's right,
additional debt.
exactly.
Yeah,
Just say, this chart shows the current status of the debt of the town. This chart will change depending upon new debt the town takes on.
I was gonna write through capital planning,
Love it. I love it so far.
something like through capital
Wait, I wanna
planning,
give you another-
the town is able to take on additional debt
if necessary.
if necessary for new public safety facilities,
yeah.
I would just say for future capital projects.
for
'cause you
future
never know.
capital
Yeah.
needs.
Sure, that's it. Leave it
Maybe
at
we
that.
don't
Through
say anything about
Yeah.
a fire
Capital
station.
planning,
don't,
the
yeah, don't.
town,
Proper capital plan?
yeah, that's what I wanna do. I wanna do.
Oh, wow. Now you're holding us.
Because, right?
No, this
Proper
is,
capital planning in the town.
You don't want to say improper.
we want to make it clear.
I can't, this won't let me type anymore.
The town.
It won't let me type anymore.
Are you touching your keypad?
I'm not. I'm like literally using one finger. It's almost like that's a text box or something and it won't let me. So I'm just gonna take this home. Oh, there we go. Town. See? I can get one letter in.
Have you paid your subscription to Microsoft?
Don't start. The town.
It's time for a new laptop.
I can't wait to be sitting there next year or there and torturing you.
It's going to be like that.
That's good, because you'll probably be vice chair, so be careful.
New debt. New debt as necessary, if necessary.
If necessary.
As this, yeah, added.
As necessary, I'd say, yeah.
As, okay,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
okay.
It will be necessary, right?
All right, and I'm gonna fix
Yeah,
this
ass
tomorrow.
is right.
Yeah, right? Okay, all right, so that's fine, we can do that. I'm gonna
But,
stop.
and put something below that picture that says, please note, this does not include any blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Please, how do I get something below the picture?
Start typing.
You should be
Yeah,
able to
but
start
you'll
typing.
delete it if you're
Go
not
to the
doing
right corner, of the
I-
right bottom corner of the
Yeah.
picture. Put
Hit
in character
enter.
return,
Yep, return, enter, whatever.
And, yeah.
now type.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will delete the whole.
What am I doing?
Yay, it's working.
What am I typing?
Please note, this
Please
does,
note.
the above chart does not include
Just say no.
any future, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Any future projects?
Any-
Future capital projects.
And then just say debt.
Future projects, yeah. Yeah.
IE or EG, whatever it is,
Where you do it.
fire station.
Take
I
out, take
I
out
don't think
please,
I'd
though.
say
Doesn't
anything,
please
I
on
think
it.
I'll
Please
just
on
leave
it.
it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You don't wanna
Leave it
say
like that.
please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Screw the
that's
please.
fine, that's fine.
All right, I will take care of that again tomorrow as well. Okay, so then this was perfect, I think the financial policies, that's that one page from that. What?
Do you want to say that under capital plan, or capital planning, that the town initiated a capital subcommittee this year?
Oh, that's what we had talked about. Yes, I had sent you that comment.
Yeah.
Do we want to add that here?
Well, this is in the policies, isn't it? That's not one of our policies.
So, but we should, I
We should
do
say
want to say
somewhere, you say
that.
about capital planning as a paragraph, maybe.
Where do you put it?
Maybe it should be under capital planning and debt, and maybe we should say somewhere in this paragraph, make this paragraph here, capital planning and debt, and then put a sentence in saying, this year, the town initiated a new capital planning committee.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so then down here, where I can't type anymore,
Yeah,
I'm going to talk about the new capital plan.
yeah,
I'm just going to literally
New
type
capital
new.
committee.
yeah.
Can you just, are you sure the lead-in is correct? When you're done, just go to page 6 for a second, just to make sure. Sorry.
Page 6?
Just keep typing, oh, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, could you see, Tony.
So you got capital plan, and then you got capital, I just want to make sure you're aware of this.
Yeah,
Oh, it's already there. Sorry,
Yeah, it's capital.
So put it up here at the top.
Wait, it's already there, go up.
it's already
I
there,
know,
Maria.
I know. So I'm going to delete this,
Yeah, go back.
and I'm going to delete this.
Yep.
And then we're going to go
Oh,
up
yeah.
here. Capital committee has been formed. Oh, you did put that in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tony's like, yeah, I did do
I
that.
never ignore what you say to me.
He didn't remember to tell you tonight, but
Okay.
He just buries it so no one can see it ever again.
Okay, so capital plan.
Okay, so this is fine. It says that.
yeah.
About the capital plan,
Good.
or committee. Okay, and then the one thing that I did do is
So wait, we
Yeah,
go back above
just go
that.
back to what you
So
did.
what, no, wait. so-
Slow down, slow down. Go up a little, go up. I'm sorry, go down.
So my question is right here where it says debt, are you putting anything there?
Yes, I'm adding that. I'm
In
fixing that
proper capital
tomorrow.
planning, the town can take on new debt
As necessary, for example, blah, 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 blah. I'm struggling to type on
So
Zoom.
it's all the stuff above, yeah.
Yeah, so, did you want to see something else?
Not tonight.
He's married, remember? He's
We
married.
need to be done. We need to be done with this tonight. Okay, I did change the conclusion. I updated it and changed it, so, from last week. Take a look at it, make sure it seems okay.
Why do we say the budget is balanced?
Because legally it has to be
Yeah.
balanced. We,
That's the whole process, right? You have to balance income as well.
Okay, all right.
Are we in good financial condition or solid financial condition?
I like solid, because really, quite frankly, we weren't good until the school committee came in with this
Yeah.
ridiculous budget this year.
solid financial
So
condition.
wait, so you, all right, so you just,
I know that
you
sounds like-
want
No, that's
to good
okay.
before the school.
Huh?
With
After
AAA
school, you say
service,
solid.
we're,
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, but that
Solid.
puts it, that makes us solid. I don't
I
disagree.
see, I see what you're saying.
I mean, we have 800,000 hopefully in our levy.
Yep.
We have stabilization, hopefully we'll have money flow back to free cash, so we're solid. I don't think we're in good or great position.
And
I
she's
mean,
saying
actually,
that's because
and
of
also
the school.
consider the second
So it
half of
was
that
good.
that
School
sentence.
made it solid.
Right, because we,
Is a solid position one that's going to require an override next year? Is that a solid position?
Yeah.
well,
I'm
Precarious.
not sure what solid really means, actually.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So how do you,
How
what
do
is
you
the position of
quantify
a town
solid?
that may need an override next year? That is the position we're in.
It's currently solvent. We're currently solvent.
I'm not using the word solvent. I am not using the word solvent.
Maybe become insolvent real
job,
quick.
guys.
I think that's fine. I mean,
Okay, I mean, it's
I know
not
you-
me saying it's solid, but you're going to have
Is
to
it,
override next year.
no,
Yeah.
or we just keep the budget with an $800,000 increase, maximum.
I mean, maybe you
Plus-
say the town is
plus
currently,
3%.
maybe you make it, town is currently in solid or good financial condition.
Oh, you're right, 3% of.
times itself, however, budgetary challenges, maybe.
Currently in solid financial condition, but budgetary challenges may make, I don't think it's a bad thing to, like.
Right, I agree. I like the way that reads. I mean, Tony, I see your point, but
Okay, so this is what we're
But
gonna,
listen, you need the in there.
You need
The
the
town
in
is
there. You struck out
currently
the in.
in solid financial condition.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Long-term capital planning activities?
Where are you?
Second to last paragraph.
Policies will help guide future budgetary and, long-term capital planning, yeah.
Oh, okay.
These objectives must provide clear financial information to the town to allow for forward.
So, Tony, are you comfortable with these, like, goals for the finance committee? Just want to make sure before Maria had sent
Yeah, yeah.
to Kelly Price.
So,
Okay.
Yes, Tony, these are your goals, remember?
Setting you up for next year. All right, so are we comfortable with the wording on all of this now? And you're gonna change the numbers?
We'll change the numbers.
Okay.
Wait, go back
But-
down. Yeah, hold on. What's that note? Up a
It's
little,
talking about-
up, right there. The above figures do not include anticipated.
I don't know if we need that anymore, because it's down below now.
No, I would just
No.
leave that,
I would
No,
leave it.
yeah.
It's
Do not.
because we don't have that anywhere in any of the next 5
going to be a
years.
big hit. We
Yeah.
need to tell them that.
But are we
it's
talking
not
about
in
it at all? Why do we have it?
Because this is the capital plan for the next 5 years, and we don't have the public safety building included in that.
Or a fire station.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, all right.
We know about it, we've got to flag it, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's got to be, yeah.
Once we get numbers, then we can stop populating it.
Do we
Yeah.
think we need to
Right.
change it from public safety building though to fire station?
I think we should say fire. I think we should say fire.
Because public safety building is like,
I know.
people get all their panties in a wad.
I think we should say fire
Sorry.
station.
It's all going
But that's all we're talking about. That's all we're
That's
talking
what the
about.
BBC voted was fire station.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Do you have a
For
fire
5 years.
system? It sounds like you've got a
Police station's
real
after
delay in
that.
your computer.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It works fine for me all day long.
Not after, it's
I'm
parallel.
not kidding.
Let's
I
not
like.
talk
No, I
about
see
do-
the lag.
station
It's
shortly.
it's
Yeah.
annoying, sure.
Once we
Okay.
get the fire station under control.
So we good with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna stop sharing this. This is auto-staved. You're gonna send me numbers tomorrow. I'm gonna take these lines and incorporate them. Or do you want me to send you this document?
I think tomorrow's going to be tight for me,
Oh,
so,
the next day's fine.
yeah. By Thursday, I can do the numbers.
Yep. That's fine. I just need to get this to Kelly.
Can
Okay.
you post that on the share in the 2024?
How do people get invited to the share?
You're invited.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
okay.
it.
You've had
I got-
several
yeah, I
invitations.
sent
You've
it.
had
I
I
got your
won't
share.
touch it,
Yeah, you've had several emails.
if that's what you're worried
Okay.
about.
All right,
Which you
I'll
should
look.
be.
Yeah,
Well, look now.
right,
Okay.
you can look,
So there's
but
that,
we can't touch it.
that,
You can.
That's that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can't edit, yeah.
I know, just, yes,
Yeah.
from you, you can touch it,
Yeah.
from,
You should-
from-
So can you see it, Becky?
Oh, I see no subject, I see the budget.
No, if you go into your Google Apps
Oh, my
menu,
Google Apps, oh, jeez, okay, hold on.
which is the top right-hand corner.
Google
of your-
Sheets, okay, I
No, not
see.
Sheets, you've got Google Drive you want to look at.
Yeah, okay, I'll go to my Google Drive, hold on.
Okay, while she's doing that, did you just call her over to help you?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it up here?
yeah,
Down here?
exactly.
Yeah, okay, so,
So we voted the budget, we finalized the warrant, we finalized the report for the back of the warrant.
Right.
The
did.
next big task that we have is the report under Article 5, which I sent out last week, I'll send it again.
You already had it open, that's all.
That's basically, that was very much, you sent that to me, that's very much based on last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to make sure, so we're gonna do that on April 9th. We're gonna work, that's what's gonna be on the agenda, because the rest of this is all gonna be put to bed.
yeah.
Wait, April 9th is our next meeting.
Yes,
Okay.
April 9th is our next
What
meeting.
what will we do without seeing each other?
So I wanna make sure the
Couple.
numbers are updated on that. And then I wanna add, I wanna do a slide on that, just so you guys, this is my thought around that, is that I wanna do a slide that shows the school budget increase and the driving factors for that they've handed us as their driving factors. The town increase in services that we've talked about, kind of bulleted, that, and then the percentage of the town, but like the increase in services, and we can bullet that.
Are we talking about anywhere, and we've all individually talked about, under the school, that some of the increase is due to the increase
In enrollment?
in enrollment?
Yeah, that'll be that's part of the budget, that'll be the top budget driver,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about all the other stuff that they've presented
like
as
this-
So
why.
I
Like
did
health
send you
insurance.
the latest, did I get them yet? Yeah, didn't I send you the enrollments for the last 5 years?
Yes,
And the
Wait.
next 5 years
Yeah.
projected?
You sent, Did you send them?
You sent it to all of us when you
Oh,
were
okay,
doing your
yeah.
I got it
recap
from the,
thing.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Andrew
that's right.
Shen.
So we'll do a slide for enrollment, we can show graph or whatever,
Right,
we
because,
talk about
because
enrollment.
as John said, some of it is just them, but some of it is us. We have more kids going, so we should, we should pay more, a little bit.
Okay.
Just maybe just a brief statement saying, don't forget 3-year rolling average. So even if Acton's population starts going up higher, it's going to take time, additional years for us to catch up.
As a lag.
Yeah, right, there's a lag.
Okay.
There's a lag going down and a lag going up. It's
Okay.
3-year average.
So we're all comfortable with what's going to go in the warrant on Friday, what we saw tonight, what we voted tonight, everything. All right, thank you, everyone, for your help on that. Is there any updates on the dashboards? No.
No.
Not yet, he can't, he's got to change the numbers.
No, the
No,
dashboards.
Dashboards that are already out.
Oh, the dash, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
not the model,
dashboards,
not the
so
model.
next, April 1st is the next end of quarter.
Okay,
So I'll talk to Mike, but we should get, when we talked to, about the real estate taxes that we're owing, Naomi said that she would run that report at the end of the quarter.
okay.
So we'll have that number, I think. And we need to get numbers, the other dashboard numbers from Kelly
Okay,
on the 15th, hopefully.
okay.
EDA.
We've closed the search for the, I'm on to committee reports, and I'm just going to start with my report. We've closed the search on, we got a few resumes in for finance director, and Mike is following up with those to get interviews going. So we'll see how that goes.
And Maria, just correct, I'm not correcting, but clarify, we're hiring the finance director, and then we're going to hire an accountant?
No, it's a finance director / accountant position. It's one position. And that's going to be huge when that happens. So we're working on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Gary, you want to talk about school? Because I have something to say. So I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to say it.
So last week was the school committee. We talked about the vote. And then something that came up as a sort of a surprise. If you remember, the school committee a few months ago or a month ago proposed a number of large-scale type changes potential. One of them was the Conan School. Last week, they had a large discussion about applying for an MSBA, Massachusetts School Building Authority.
Yeah.
Just whether to apply for it for renovation / rebuilding of the Conan School. A comment was made that they've heard some discussion and it's off the table. But that was never discussed at the school committee, so I need to go to the next school committee as part of I couldn't ask questions because I'm not allowed to.
Which is
So-
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I need to, next time, bring this up right away. The school committee has never discussed Conan. Why is it off the table when it was presented as a potential future cost savings, part of our infrastructure?
Right, but not only that, they put in a statement of interest. So you have to put in a statement of interest with the MSBA. And then you get into the pipeline, and then they do site visits. The state, while they were proposing this as a structural change, the state was touring Conan.
Yeah, but they've been submitting this Conan for the last 3 to 4 years.
I understand, but like, they didn't mention that the state had come in, so what that tells you is if they're coming here to look at Conan, to rebuild it, you're way up in the front of the line here. You may not happen this year, but you're definitely in the front of the line.
So
But
we're
they
really not
proposed
going to
that
close
as,
Conan.
yeah, like that's never gonna happen, even though they said that they proposed that as one of their big structural changes.
They're not going to get rid of choice. They're not going to make structural changes.
Well, my question is more, how can they go through this process and nobody knows about it?
Which process?
The
Well,
Conan
well,
process.
applying for grants to.
Oh, that's
get-
been, I said, that's been in the school board meetings for the last 4 years, applying, sending off
Oh, so there has
applications.
been an open discussion in the
Yeah.
meetings. Oh,
So I
okay.
didn't realize that.
Last year, I thought they pulled it, in fact, I think they pulled it because of well, one thing is, the MSBA does not allow you to do multiple projects in
Right.
parallel.
One time, right.
So all they're doing is submitting the application to keep their name in the business.
Because the twin schools.
I'm going to make the point that, they said this year it's not a good time. Fortunately, the board turned it down and did not accept or file the application.
And why did they do that? because they didn't think that they could get an override to pass this year, knowing that there'd be a debt exclusion override in a couple of years for Conan. So they have every intention to go forward with it, though. The whole
Well,
point is they're not restructuring.
The point
money.
is, the school board said they were going to look at infrastructure changes, and that's one of them.
Yep.
And just to say it's off the table because they've heard some comments, it's not right. It needs to go to the school board who's making these reviews to have a formal discussion about whether to take it off the table or not,
Yeah, agreed.
in my
I was
opinion. You know,
pretty
I don't know where
forward
that
for
was
that.
discussed.
So when they approached for a new school, how is that reducing their overhead? I'm just curious by that.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm just,
No, what it does is it allows the state to pay around 30 to 35% of the building cost, right?
right.
That's what they're doing.
There is no way that that's going to be a
Structural
a
change.
structural
No.
reduction in costs.
No,
To the-
that's-
to
No,
the-
no, the reduction in cost was closing down Conant, or mothballing Conant.
That's what I thought, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That was
Exactly.
the
That's
reduction.
one option, right? And then if they were going to come back to us and say, this is going to make Conant so much more efficient and yada, 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 but it's not. One is a complete reduction, the other one is,
Just renovating or
it's a
rebuilding.
complete increase in our expense base.
Yeah.
It's totally.
So we have
Okay.
they have an
That's the way I
override. We have, this year, because of their override, we have an override type tax increase.
Increase.
Next year, they're already proposing $1 million increase to Boxborough, which, if we can get away without an override, is still going to be a significant increase in our taxes, right? Just from their $1 million assessment. And then the year later, we're potentially looking for a debt exclusion because they need to come to do the feasibility study at about $1 million. So it's going to be a debt exclusion override for the region.
Well, it might not be that bad. I was told by the previous operations person that the school doesn't need to be built, it needs to be renovated, so it should not be as expensive.
Okay,
But, if you're going to renovate a building, you got to shut it down while it's being renovated.
right,
So they need to shut it down anyways,
right.
for some period of time.
So, so you're talking about, they just listed 3 years of direct, either an override or override type tax increase due to the region. And, that I'm frustrated by that because we're going into town meeting and it's put us in not a strong position going into next year. And they don't seem to care. When I watch those meetings, the reason they took Conan off was not because they thought it was a bad idea for the taxpayer, because they didn't think that they could pass an override this year if they had Conan floating out there. People are going to get scared off. Well, people need to understand that that's what's coming down what's coming down from them. If it's not next year, it's going to be the year after, and then it's going to be a $50 million bonding. It just doesn't end with the region. So I was pretty lit up the other night when I watched that meeting. And then you couldn't say anything, and I was thinking you were probably pretty frustrated. As you were,
I want to get up there and say, where did this discussion come about? It's never been discussed at the school committee about, going forward versus closing it.
right,
That needs to be discussed.
right. So,
They were supposed to talk about the B, not that let's not spend much time on this, but they were supposed to talk about the B budget. Did that ever come up in the meeting at all? In
they
terms
Yeah,
of-
voted-
the B budget has
Yeah.
been set. And if the A budget fails at override,
No,
or
I
town, they
understand.
they have to have a meeting right away to go back to the B budget.
So did they make any modifications to that in terms of head count or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
no, that was the original B budget that we saw.
Still about
they didn't touch it.
80-something jobs cut,
80,
around 80,
okay.
Yeah.
80, 81, something like that.
Yeah, like almost no administration or the high-paying jobs. It's all the teachers and the lower-paying jobs, but
I'm not quite sure I agree with that, okay? But you
How
can say
much,
that.
how much administration are they cutting?
I don't know, I'm just saying, I'm
Like,
not
I
sure
think
it's
two
100%
people.
teacher.
No, you're right. I think it's like 2.4 administrators and educational whatevers. But that's not very much when you're talking 80 people.
So, well,
Unfortunately, that's the majority of the jobs.
So the question is, well, it's not much of a question. I do think it needs to be, I think people need to realize that this is a one-year huge hit from the region, but it sounds to me like the hits, they may not be as big, but they're going to keep coming from the region. And they are,
Without structural changes, you're right.
yeah. And just the fact that they didn't say, not one person said, or at least I didn't hear it, well, wait a minute, we talked about this being a possible structural changes by shutting down Conan. I didn't hear that from one person
It
on the
was never
board.
mentioned.
No, It was, we can't do this year, or we'll never pass this override. That was the main concern of the
That's
board.
kind of disingenuous then, isn't it?
Totally disingenuous. And how many people watch those meetings? That's the problem. I don't think this is being discussed publicly. And I'm sure the Acton FinCom's probably not having a big, long conversation about it. It's totally disingenuous. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. I was pretty aggravated, but I think everybody needs to understand what we're facing with the region over the next 3 years, just in capital projects and assessments. And
Well,
hopefully you can bring, when the next budget meeting, we can talk about that.
Well, I question if it's gonna be 3. You're talking about major changes. Major changes seem to continue every year, so I say 3 to 10 years.
Yep. So, I just think it's going to be a battle going forward.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, because even if we could do an override next year, we're going to need, we need a fire station. So, that's what we need. We need a fire station. So, if we need to decide between a fire station and Conant getting rebuilt, to me, it's a no-brainer. It has to be a fire station in Boxborough. So.
And Acton needs a DPW.
And, well, they're talking about that. They're talking, Acton's facing not just the potential for a new school or a renovation, but a DPW. They're looking at another debt exclusion override in the next 2 years.
I think it's this year. Isn't it this year on the ballot or is it next year?
It's
I think
next
it's
They're
year.
next
talking
year.
$40 million, was what I was told,
Yeah, so,
And that's for DPW.
for
Yeah,
DPW.
DPW.
And then it's another 3 or 4 million for a fuels
Depot,
depot,
yep.
which they want the school to pay a piece of.
yeah, but that's fair, because
They use the gas.
we have the school pay for Hager Well. The school uses it for the school buses.
Oh.
So
Oh,
they
do.
have
Oh,
to,
they
yeah,
do.
it's no
Oh,
different than them
oh,
using water.
oh.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm not a
Okay,
big fan
yeah,
right
yeah,
now of
yeah.
what's going on with the district, but I think that's fair.
So who owns the school buses?
They're leased.
Wait, back up. So if the leasing company doesn't pay for their own fuel?
No, we lease
No.
the buses, but we hire the drivers and we control the buses.
And we gotta pay for the fuel.
Yeah,
No,
we don't
think of-
don't have a busing company.
Think of it
that
as you
does it.
lease a car, you pay for all the
Oh, that's
maintenance.
true, that's
Yeah.
true, yeah, that's
So.
true, yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
And I'm told we also pay somebody in Littleton, I think it is, to store the buses, is what I was told.
Great.
There's some lot someplace where the buses are stored.
Which makes perfect sense because we have an entire high school with giant parking lots. Whatever, again.
So one other question is, were there emergency crack teams tackling all of these other venues of cost savings? Is that a weekly status meeting that they have?
They haven't started yet. They said that's in the plans to start soon.
What, they said that 2 months ago, I think.
It's not soon
Oh,
enough,
define
obviously.
soon.
Yeah.
I need you guys, I know that I
Somebody needs to
was,
light a fire under them.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
I know I was really, really kind of cranky about this whole assessment. And this is why, because we haven't even gotten to the town meetings yet. And you're already seeing some of these promises fall by the wayside.
Well, we got it when we had them in front of us. We all of us individually asked for a 3-year projection. Did we get it? No.
Well, they're working on
No,
that.
no, we
though.
did get it.
Well, we
They-
had,
Well, I know, we finally got, we finally got it, yeah.
It's
we
going to be
finally
$1 million a year for
Yeah.
the
We
next
had- actually,
3
we-
years for Boxborough, right?
so we sat in a meeting, didn't we, 2 weeks ago with the town? with
Yeah,
the-
it's 2
and
weeks ago.
We haven't got that number yet, right? We haven't had that spreadsheet back. I thought
That
they were
spreadsheet, what I did is I took a snapshot of.
Yeah, but I thought they were going to work on that and sort of clean the numbers up and send it to us. I mean, they never did.
I don't know the
Don't hold
timeframe
your
for that.
breath.
Yeah.
That's another soon.
All right, so do you have any other committee reports?
BBC is moved from this week to,
Next
from March 27th this week to next week.
Okay.
April 7th?
4th.
I think it's next Wednesday.
Well, yeah, from Wednesday to Wednesday, whatever.
So
Okay.
moved it out a week. So that's all I have.
Okay. Bob?
The only thing I had was, I met with the fire chief, and I passed out to all you guys just a schedule of the engines that they have, because there was a lot of confusion about when they got trucks, when are they gonna get trucks, and so now everybody has it. There's one piece that's missing, it's the pickup truck, which is engine 60, they call it, and I'll add that to the list and update the list, I'll send that list out. But this just gives you an idea of basically when trucks were approved at town meeting, when they were ordered, when the original dates were, and when we actually got
We
them.
just put it on the drive, you know.
Yes, I'll put it on the drive. But but you can see that, as we noted earlier, that even with the ambulance, even though if it gets approved this year, we're still not even going to see it potentially until July of '26.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any questions on this? Thank you, Bob.
Okay, planning board, they had the woman who's doing, or the woman who works for the company that's doing the traffic study, assuming it passes, come in and give them a proposal of what they would do. And it was a really short meeting. They were like done early, which was lovely. And then as Mike alluded to, I sat on the little subcommittee that he called together. I guess it's a town administrators advisory committee. Because I'm on the Affordable Housing Trust. And so everybody agreed to 1.2 million. But more so because the housing board really needs to sell the property because they've got other programs they wanted. They'll be more beneficial to affordable housing than holding on to a piece of property that they are not going to be able to develop. So whatever the town uses it for, they want the money, so.
That's good. It's good that they're coming up with programs.
Yeah.
I think,
I had a question actually about
Yeah.
affordable housing and the MBTA bill. So Boxborough's in compliance, right? We've agreed to rezone land.
We're gonna rezone something. There's a half-time town meeting for the rezoning, but that's not affordable. There's nothing in the bill that
Yeah,
says
no.
we have to be
It's
affordable.
just rezoning. So we have to vote on it at town meeting
That
sometime.
we will, by I think 2020, I think it'll probably be next year's
By
annual.
'26, it's got to be '26.
Is
it won't be in the
26?
fall.
I don't know. I mean, Alec has, he does these summer workshop things, and I think the first one is May 30th. And it's all gonna be, he's bringing somebody in to talk about the MBTA Communities Act.
So we're not in compliance yet then with the MBTA bill?
But we don't have to be yet.
We don't have, okay, so it's a timing issue
Yeah.
as well, okay. So what drives the timing? Why is Milton out of compliance?
Because
and we are?
Milton said,
Because they actually said no, and they voted against it.
yeah.
Okay, so they
So they
moved-
brought the changes to
They brought
town
it forward to
meeting.
town meeting,
Yeah.
said no, and then, so if we were to vote it in this next town meeting, we'd be out of compliance, you know, and
Right. The
and
thing
not vote
is,
it,
you
yeah.
know, originally though, when this was put forward, it wasn't put forward as you're gonna get sued by the state. Because Maura Healey's administration's making it sound like it's affordable housing, we need to get affordable housing. There's no affordable housing component
Oh, yeah,
in it
yeah.
at all. And you, my understanding, and I don't know if this is true, Alec could probably clarify this, you're not allowed to impose an affordable
I
housing.
think you can up to 15%.
Okay, so you can do up to 15%, which is the 40B number, I think.
But it's also, it's like, no, 40B is 25%.
Okay.
But it's also, it just has to be zoned. I mean, they could take my property and zone it, right?
Right.
And then some developer would have to come and say, Becky, we will give you $8 million for your property so we can
Yeah.
put 150 units on it, of
Yeah.
dense, high-rise, you know. And I would have to be willing to sell it. So all they've got to do is find a place that, I mean, I think what they're looking for is stuff that's kind of close to the Littleton
Yeah,
train
yeah.
station, down at the end of Taylor or Hill.
I was told it's already been picked as Hill Road at right at the corner of, on the Littleton
Well,
border.
I thought he had two places. I thought one was down by Codman, by, not Codman, by, oh God, what are the names of those condos?
Swanson?
No,
I mean more.
Meanmore. So it's they're literally at the end, because the town owns a fair amount of that land, but then it's also obviously owned by condo development and everything else. But he was also talking about, down past Liberty Fields, like there's a bunch of private, like, you know, there's a business there.
Pass Liberty Fields?
Past Liberty Fields going towards,
Where the old egg farm, that's now
Yes.
the Ruck.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So like,
okay,
they
yeah.
could zone it that way,
Yeah.
and then if a developer wanted to buy it from people who had
Yeah.
privately own it, let the developer buy it. We just have to zone it. We don't
Yeah.
have to like off.
But originally, when it came through, is if you don't do this, you'll lose access to state
Grants.
grants.
Yeah.
Right.
So, given the density, there was some talk that, is it worth the state grants? What do we get for state grants? But clearly, the planning board's decided that it's worth getting the state grants. But now, the Healy administration's now suing towns.
Yeah.
That was never part of the deal. And they also make it seem like it's affordable housing. That's the part that frustrates me. If you're gonna force towns to put high-density housing in, you should have a significant amount of that to be affordable. And maybe not affordable to the 40B standard, but at least make it moderately priced housing. Because it doesn't help the housing issue if you've got all these luxury apartments. Like, how does that help anybody? And so,
But you can build at high density though, that's above the density that we normally have in
Yeah,
Boston.
I mean,
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
we're on the hook for like 100 and,
50-ish
Yeah.
or
yeah, I was gonna say
175?
140 something.
Yeah, but if they make it apartments, it is affordable according to the law.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But- right.
I mean,
if we
But
had a
that's
train
Maria's
stop
arguing against.
for station, we would be on the hook for like 750 units.
You say
Right.
that, and like Paddock Estates, the affordable units are $2,200 a month.
I still want Paddock Estates or Swanson Road to be our zoned for,
So, well, you have to go to the workshop and talk about that.
I'm already planning to vote against it at town meeting.
So, Becky,
I'm
you're saying
supporting
we
Milton.
only have to zone it? We don't have, no one has to build on it?
No,
You have to zone it. The town has to zone it.
it has to be available.
It has to be available so that if somebody said, okay, I'll sell my business and you can put it here, and it's been zoned that way,
And then, but, okay, so if we zone the towns off the hook,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you have to do is zone it.
okay.
You have to approve that zoning change.
If you zone it, they will come, I think, is the thought.
So if 300 developers approach 300 people in town and everybody says no, it's like, not our problem.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
That's all I have.
all right. I actually don't have anything. I just want to reiterate our meeting schedule. Because so no meeting next week, April 9th, 23rd, and please reserve the 30th in case we need to do the Article 5. Okay? And then we'll talk about May 7th, because May 7th is a week before town meeting. Last year, I think we skipped that meeting, if we don't have anything to discuss.
And we do meet like
We're
an
scheduled.
hour before.
We're
An hour
scheduled for
before.
6 PM
At town meeting.
town meeting
Okay.
nights.
Is there anything else? Oh, one last thing. I sent an email out, but I want to say this for the benefit of the public. I talked to Becky Harris, who's our records
Oh, yeah.
officer. We cannot, according to open meeting law, edit a shared document, whether it makes sense or not, because guess what? The legislature that forced these open meeting laws on us don't need to adhere to them. So they can all edit a shared document, but we can tell,
That's just beautiful.
It's, yeah, right? Isn't that
That's
perfect?
Beautiful.
I
They
actually.
can talk amongst themselves. They can
Yes.
they can have a committee of 3 people.
That's
Yep,
just,
but they're not, but we cannot. It would be a violation because it would be considered deliberation. So I told her that if something changes, because things do change throughout, usually they get a little tougher, but if things relax a little bit, or she hears of any changes or any other community doing that, to let us know. So, but for now, we cannot do that.
Yeah, one thing actually, so I dropped a note to Mike about the investment strategy,
Yeah, right, I saw that, yeah. I did
which I
see
copied everybody on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
Just-
what was his reply? I didn't understand his reply, and nothing against Mike, but I didn't understand his reply.
That he would report back at a future meeting, I think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, and Maria, I understand the position we take that we can't force, but it's like, I want the treasurer to hear what we're saying. We want.
Yeah,
him-
Yeah.
my feeling was it's kind of after town meeting,
Yeah.
we'll deal with this. That's how I read it.
Over the summer, that'd be a great summer work, like,
Yeah.
after we vote, to reorganize, that would be one of those good things to do, like, in the summer, because we're not really doing budget yet. And we only usually meet maybe once a month during the summer.
Well, I'm thinking this is almost like a dashboard topic, right? What's our plan for investment now as we move forward? So getting a periodic report from the treasurer about what's changed in our investment strategy since the last time we checked in. And so we can just understand what the thinking is. We're not saying you must do this. All we're doing is listening and asking questions then.
Right, well,
But-
my only comment would be, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna close the door as quickly as I open it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the changes made if the treasurer agrees to make changes to do it as quickly as possible. Because I don't want to get into the November election. I want the changes to happen before then, I really do, because I'm afraid of what's gonna happen with the November election.
2 questions, and I think I asked the same question last week, but it's our domain to give her bumpers in terms of
No.
boundaries?
No.
No, it's not.
It's our domain. What I think we can do, and I think Mike's in agreement with this, is that we can give her our opinions and our thoughts.
That's it, just
And
to
that's
make-
it.
That's where I was.
And actually, the only person that can make that strategy is the treasurer.
Because I saw that they were proposing private equity,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell would a town invest in private equity for? There's an article in the Journal today about it, as a matter of fact, you should read it.
Right.
It's just,
You don't do it.
you don't,
You don't do it.
you know, if we're the Harvard endowment, okay,
Yeah, it's about that much.
but we're not. We're a town of 5,000 people.
Right.
What are we getting into, why would that even be proposed? There's one reason why. It's because they want to sell it to you, that's why. I mean, it's,
So, I mean, I think
find that
that, you know,
disappointing, actually.
I think that you can, I think that we could certainly say what you just said to her and say, we think this is a terrible idea, right?
Yes.
She could say, I think it's a great idea. I don't think she would do that, but I mean, I think, you know, so,
So-
and I got the impression from Mike, he's not unwilling to have us give our opinions and our
Yeah, I
thoughts.
think that's right.
I just think right now, it's like, let's
I
wait
think
till.
we can give our opinions, and what we can't say is we want you to put 3% in X.
Right.
Right.
So do we hold her accountable, like a year from now, if she doesn't take our
We
suggestion?
don't hold her accountable for anything.
Mike does,
Mike
he's her
does.
supervisor, he's the one who does her.
And
you know.
no, if she doesn't take our advice and, you know, keeps everything exactly the way it is, that's, we've given her our opinion, and that's all we can do. And if we're not happy with that,
Right.
we can talk to the select board, we can talk to Mike. She does not work for us, and that's
Okay.
not in our purview. So,
Okay, so, right, okay.
you know, and right now, everything's very conservative, so we're not
No, right,
losing
yeah,
money.
yeah.
I think that if she didn't take our advice and then put it in something high risk,
Yeah.
well, then she needs to be held accountable, but that's not by us, you know, and I
Again-
just don't see that.
Again, it's not by us.
Yeah, not by us, it's not our job, so. Okay.
I move to adjourn.
Can I have a
I'll
second?
second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, guys.